Hello. Welcome to another episode of TMI Tuesday. I am your host, Tonk7. Sorry, I've been gone for a while. I've been just really busy. Got a lot of things going on with my grandfather and then my career and stuff, and it's just hard to break away. But at the same time, I'd like to have topics that I'm really interested in, and so if I can't find a lot for that week or I'm too busy, you just do it next week. But I appreciate everybody that's always in here already commenting and ready to kick this show off. We're almost up to 2,000 subscribers now. So, we're cranking along. We'll be, I don't know, when we hit 1 year, I think like October, November maybe is when it'll be a full year. Can't hear you, Capitan. But
November 17th.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, dude, that's crazy. That was like one of the days that resemble a lot when I first left, like when I first moved to the PNW.
See, there you go. It's a good day.
But yeah, I mean, we're definitely going strong. I see Capitan always got something going on during the week. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, do your thing. We appreciate everything you guys do. And just here's the lineup right now. We got to start the week off right with your boy Tonk7, TMI Tuesdays, and then color commentary on Thursdays at 10 p.m. And then we got late night exhale with my man Ali the Persian, Saturdays at 10 p.m. And then TFTG Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesdays, Thursdays. All the time, especially right now with training season. Capitan's going crazy with the clips. Call him Capitan Clips over here. I'll call him El Clips.
El Clippy Ton.
El Clips. He's like if a person was in front of the moon. And then we got still our own gear. We got hoodies, sandals, beanie caps, hats, the flag. Fanatics still a partner with them, still going strong. I wonder how we're doing with them. The best way to find out is actually use the link.
Yeah, go buy some shit. We'll figure that out later. And
yeah, we'll worry about that like the next
worry about it. We'll worry about it when they're calling me up and going, "Hey, we want to sponsor you. Give you some money."
Or when ESPN wants to sponsor
something, bro. Give me some sponsorship up in this month, please. Need some of that next year.
Maybe when we get to like 2,500.
I don't know. I'm thinking more like 5,000.
Or like 5,000. Yeah, and see, he busts out. Capitan busts out with a flag that I ain't never seen before. Talking about it was in my front yard. I'm like, well, how is that going to help?
Oh, it's the original flag, and I fly it out there loud and proud, bro. People probably drive by like, what the fuck? That guy's got a purple flag. I don't know how to say, but one day they'll be like, man, I remember seeing that purple flag. Like
Florida to me.
Yeah, what you mean, dog? Trying to keep it real. Trying to keep it real.
But thanks to everyone that's already in here. Uncle Vision, I've seen you in here a bunch of times. Appreciate it. Scott Jackson, Bentley. Oh, you might be a little new to me. John Featherin, maybe new to me. I know California. Ollie the Persian in here. Appreciate everybody ready to go.
Yeah. Shout out to all members on the channel. Everybody's scrolling at the bottom. Become a member, guys. Nice. We also link for backroom collections. Use offer code #TFTG to get 10% off. All the links to all the cool stuff. Cash App, Venmo, help support us, guys. That's all in the link in the description. And hit the join button, become a member. It's an easy way to show support for the show. And you get all these badass emojis too. Like HB's got some cool emojis that are all in there. And, you get the flex on everybody.
Called? They're like those online token things.
Oh, that's for like Twitch and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you're talking like crypto
what are they
or
called?
something?
What are those things called?
NFTs or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, listen, actually, that's definitely gonna happen. So, like, look, the scope in which we'll take this network is only limited to the growth in which we see. So as it gets bigger, as more finances become involved, as sponsorship, whatever, the possibilities of what we will do with this network is endless, in the sense that a full interactive website, which I've already procured the name for, I've already got it. So I've already bought and paid for it. It's just about building it and having the content for it. Like, I can have a website, but what good is it going to do us? We're not all going to be able to put our time and energy into it. Now, when the finances show up accordingly, then I can say, hey, every article you write or something like this, it can work in this way. So it'll grow that part where there'll be written content, articles from all the guys involved. I mean, HB in the back, he can make NFTs, and so we'll make our own NFTs. Maybe if you buy like a lifetime subscription or a 2-year subscription, you'll get a free NFT or something like that. Original, like, we've got a 1,000,001 ideas, and we didn't, look, we don't expect this to happen right away. We're playing the long game, dude. This might be 3 years from now, but it'll come. It'll be here one day. Everybody will be like, man, I remember watching these assholes just ticking around. And but like, this is all stuff that not only did we discuss, but stuff we plan on doing all the way back to when this thing started up. So like, all of that vision, and I put a lot of money when I started this that I was making good money back then, and I had extra flow, and I was like, all right. And I took care of, a lot of things, and, all kinds of other personal stuff. And then I had some money set aside over like some time. And then I wanted to, do something, and I was thinking about doing this, and I just started when I started this channel, and then I started building, and I invested things for the future, for later down the line. I mean, I bought that website for 3 years. So it's already bought and paid for. I bought and paid for all, it's a lot of stuff, but it's for the long game, bro. I expect it to take a long time. I will say that we're almost to 2,000 subscribers. I didn't expect that to happen as fast as we did. So I'm impressed with that, and I appreciate everyone that's subscribed, to the new subscribers, everything like that. So I mean, can't ask for better than that, bro. I mean, we should hit 2,000 subscribers before the end of this week, and if we continue at this pace, we very we very well might be over, to 2,500 come week one of the playoffs of the season. Like week one of the season, we could be at 2,500 subscribers if we continue this up. So that would be freaking awesome. Who knows where we'll take it? Because again, just getting down with the getting down, bro. You know what I'm saying? So hit the like button, everybody.
All right.
All right.
Capitan monologue for the win.
I know, right? On the dunk. So you ready to start?
Yeah. So what we got first? So this was really interesting.
I saw this title.
I chose this, like when I saw it pop up, I chose it because I've had a little bit of experience with something like this. What it is it's a sport where you're swimming. It's swimming to like save. It looks like the equivalent of like a floating crash test dummy. Mm-hmm. And you have to swim your ass off and save it and complete some kind of task with swimming and saving a life. And they're trying to bring this into the Olympics. I see this more of like a X Games sport, but it's just interesting how like there's like it's almost like kind of like when they have firefighters doing the ladder where they like throw the ladder up and crawl up the ladder and then throw it up again and then crawl up it and or like like do something like really
or
really
they take the hose and they run the hose out
throw it out
and the guy sprinting with the other end of the hose and it flows up
but hey, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, shit. Like, I want to see a firefighter be able to do all that stuff that fast because time is of the essence when you're trying to save someone from a fire or when you're trying to save someone from drowning.
Yeah. And so what this reminds me of? It reminds me of being. I used to be a lifeguard, as you know, and when I was in high school, my senior year in high school. What, at the Rapids? No, bro, at the freaking Flagler Beach Ocean Rescue. I was there for 2 years, bro. I made it to lieutenant.
Well, I didn't live around you then. So
I did that, and this thing that you're talking about reminds me of they have lifeguard competitions every year where all the lifeguards meet up and they compete. And we went to the one in Virginia. I was like 18. We were definitely the people that just kind of like showed up. We weren't invited because we're like a small compared to like how Jacksonville or even Daytona or other East Coast states and stuff like that. But they had these lifeguard competitions. It was dope as hell. And man, it was a first of all, we were there. We're a bunch of degenerates. We went partying the first day of the competition. We were like an hour and a half late because everybody was hungover because we all went out and partied the night before and we're at comedy shows, most of us were 18, 19, 20, but it was this big lifeguard competition that the city was holding in Virginia Beach. And they like just didn't card everybody and we partied down and stuff, but they had something similar to this and all different types of games on the beach where they would do this type of shit.
They're like, they got one where they're like carrying them underneath the water. And then they got one where they got them in like a little buoy, but so I don't know if anyone has ever been in a situation where they've had to try to save someone from drowning. Last summer, I went to this river in Oregon called Malala River, and it was heavy current and it was super deep. And I was with a friend of mine, and she had her 3 kids with her. And like, I don't know, but like, I'm just always on alert when it comes to just like children and water. I'm just constantly on alert. And so
it's a Florida thing, dude. To be alert around water, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Because there's so many drownings and dude, the amount of drownings that happen out here, it's crazy. Like every time I told someone I was going to swimming in the rivers and jumping in freezing cold water, like, oh my God, you're going to drown. Look, I'm from Florida. I ain't going to drown.
I'm not drowning. Everybody knows how to swim in this mud.
I'm not going to take my breath in when I jump into the water. It's like, I'm not going to do that. And so like, I was like keeping an eye on this kid from the corner of my eye. And I saw him like get turned over in his buoy. And then I just saw him like going like this, and I'm like, holy shit! So I just swam my ass off, dude. I swam so fast and like grabbed the kid, pulled him out of the water, and just like patted him down and made sure he was okay. And like it was crazy, dude. It was like one of the craziest things I've ever done. And it's like it.
Was it one of those kayaks that are like around your whole body? It's so like
no,
you're
it's just
upside
like
down.
Inner tube.
Oh, it's inner tube.
So he would like he was in the inner tube and he was swimming her over and he like fell through, like he fell into the inner tube, so went through it.
So like he rolled over and was stuck upside down.
Well, he was, and then he like came up, but he couldn't swim. So just his hand, like he was obviously kicking enough to like keep himself above, to where his hands were above water, but his head wasn't above water.
It's probably fucking all that running water too is pulling you down like a riptide or something like that.
And I was like, after everything happened, I was thinking to myself, I was like, because I always wondered like, how do people actually die out here? And like, what actually happens besides, they drown, but like, what happened? And it's just crazy. Like it's just not. It's so much different than Florida when it comes to water sports, because people around here aren't good with water sports as they are in Florida.
Well, first of all, even if you don't go to the beach in Florida a lot, there's ponds and lakes and like everything. And I mean, like, it's kind of like you always hear this in Florida a lot too. Somebody from like Kentucky or Tennessee, some landlocked state, will get attacked by an alligator because they'll swim in our lakes around here. And we're like, hey man, you don't go swim in that fucking lake. And like even though alligators are bad, you don't swim in the rivers around here. You get your ass bit by an alligator, swim in a canal. But even those aren't like the most dangerous thing. The most dangerous thing is snakes. Fucking water moccasin come get you, bro. They'll come and get your ass.
They don't have any of that out here. That's why it's only deaths that kill people. Only drowning. It's only drownings that kill people. There's no animals. There's like I've been out to the wilderness so many times, I've barely seen anything. Like it's like there's no dangerous animals. There may be a bear or like a mountain lion or something, but just scream or use fucking mace or an air horn.
Yeah, you're never strolling up on something.
But it's, I mean, every year there's always people that are drowning out here, and it's like it's so crazy. But I see how, because the water is like so cold.
If you think about it too, like the ocean, it's got all that salt in it, so the buoyancy, so it's like easier to stay above water. So like when you swim in like a lake, especially up there, you sink a hell of a lot easier. Like you don't float in that lake, you sink. So maybe that's what it is. I'm assuming you're on the money with the idea that they just don't spend a lot of time in the water to be good, strong swimmers.
I mean, this was literally the hottest time of the year.
Yeah.
So, and we actually had a heat wave. So everybody was in the water, around water. But every time I've ever gone, besides like people that are like professional divers and shit that got like, wetsuits, dry suits.
Yeah, they got shit happening.
They're ready to go. But I'm talking like families of people, and these people just have no experience.
Yeah, they think because they swimming in their backyard pool.
And it's like, this
shit.
Is strong current water. Like we don't really have like, we got the Gulf Stream in Florida, but like this is strong current water all over the place. It's like you're like you are moving if you're not.
Yeah, you can. I mean, bro, there's
plenty.
There's plenty of like creeks and rivers in Florida where the water's just freaking. It's just going, bro. But there's tons. You're right. It's less common now. Like to talk when I was doing lifeguarding, people would come from up north. And they get in the ocean and the beach and stuff, and they think because they can touch the bottom that they're good. And that's where it gets super dangerous at the ocean, because what happens is you get rip currents where it creates this like underwater like river. So like here all the water is, and it's pulling in and out as it goes in. Well, there's like a groove where it's like a hole, and somebody will step in it, and it'll actually be fast moving water in there, and it'll suck you right out into the ocean. Now and in this spot, the water above it moves as such. So the thing, like when I was a lifeguard, the thing that sucked the most is when first of all, you can spot them a mile away. They're pale. You know what I'm saying? They're pale, they're soft. And you're like, oh, there's a
Speedo on.
Yeah, there's a pale, soft human being over there. I know that they're not strong swimmers, but they always showed up with pool floaties, like that bed you lay on and stuff like that. And every time you see them, because floating things in the ocean, that's how you get screwed when you're swimming in the ocean. You'll get sucked out in the riptide on that floating device, and you'll get pulled far out there. And then now here's this person who ain't a strong swimmer, who's on some floaty device that tries to swim their ass back in. And then that's where it goes wrong every single time. So if you are a lifeguard out there, you already know what I'm talking about. You see that and you're like, here it comes. Here it comes. You already know. And then you see him, you're blowing your whistle like, get the fuck further down, trying to tell him to move. But yeah, finna be that way sometimes. But yeah, this would be dope if they get a freaking live sport of it. I
think they should at least try to get it into the X Games first before they try to go straight into the Olympics.
I mean, look, if people are willing to compete and people are fixing to try hard to do some stuff and compete on it, I'm game for anything.
Because I mean, like, I could compete at that.
You think you could? You think you could, dude? These guys are insane, bro. Like when I did that competition thing, we got smoked in every category. There was
they look like a bunch of Michael Phelps. Like this picture looks like a bunch of Michael Phelps.
Dude, there was this Asian dude and this like blonde haired like dude that had like an accent. I don't know what he was, but those two dudes won every single event. I actually came third in one of the events, but it had shit to do with swimming. It was this thing they called like crab ball, which it was exactly like this drill I used to play in football, where like you lay down on your back and they've got like, say there's 10 people, they only got 8 footballs out there, and you gotta the whistle blows and it's fast reaction. You gotta run through the sand, you gotta grab it. So I actually came in third. That was the furthest any of us got in that thing. But those guys were killer. And yeah, dude, they swim. These guys could swim like crazy.
So
right now, because I smoke, I'd drown.
Curling is an Olympic sport. So this can, but it got me thinking, like, I can't think of one like snow or ice sport that isn't an Olympic sport.
Well, yeah, because dude, it's on ice. It's harder. It's like, hey, I'm gonna play field hockey.
I never thought about it. Like, I've never heard of something sport that has to do with ice or snow that isn't in the Olympics.
Yeah, because it's hard. Because it's hard to maintain balance on ice, and anything you can do well, they're like, listen, anything you can do well on top of ice is a game. All right, new game. You can keep your balance and do this good. Then all right, okay, we're gonna have to check this out. We might have
that's interesting though. I mean, they even have like where you ski and then you pull out a sniper rifle and shoot something.
Hey man, use a bad bitch. Not only can you ski, but you can be cracking fools.
I know. It's like
America's got to win that sport every time, right? I mean,
it's always Russia, dude. You ain't gonna beat Russia at something like that.
Whatever,
are you kidding
dude.
me?
We're Americans.
It's like the tundra, Siberia. You think you're gonna beat a Siberian person at that?
I don't know. Dude. You know what? I can't help but feel that even when a country becomes really great at something for a while in like the Olympics, that America goes, listen, these guys have been too good at this for too long. It's time for us to take the crown and beat them at it, whether it's wrestling or
it's like the United States when it comes to football, soccer.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
yep, we didn't care about it.
We're gonna win. I think eventually, but it's gonna take a long time before we win either FIFA or gold medal. It's gonna be a long time, dude.
It's not gonna be as long as you think, because the whole term "soccer mom" should tell you what's coming, because that's what people are doing.
It's becoming bigger of a sport, but a lot of the people that play it are from here in this country are from different countries.
I know,
but so they're gonna go back to their home country for the Olympics.
Nah, one day
unless
you'll turn
they're
around.
Like living here, like they migrated here. But like as far as professionals, like David Beckham or
but one day you'll turn around. Yeah, but where's David Beckham live now? He's an American now. He wants to be here.
wherever his wife lives is where he
Listen,
lives.
that's the thing, man. Just give us some time. America will assimilate all your shit. You good at something, we're gonna assimilate it. It's like Romans used to do.
No,
You know,
we'll
color,
see.
color and I thought about this. It's like the Romans. You might be able to defeat them in battle, but you're not going to win the war because they'll just take your technology and get better at it. That's what America does.
So they just give you.
We just take what you do and make it cool, and then it's ours now. That's it. Reinvent some shit.
You just won't get taken out by lead.
Lead.
Yeah, that's what they think killed the Romans because they had lead in their bathtubs, in their cups, in their bowls.
Oh,
they had
shit.
lead in everything. Everything they were using had lead in it. Because it's kind of weird how like it was the pinnacle of everything, and then all of a sudden it crashed. It is, and like they're thinking is because everything they were using had poison in it.
Is that why they were all going nuts?
Yeah, it's like, and I mean, and like on top of that, if there's a disease spreading and you're drinking out of poison, you're only gonna get worse. You know what I mean? Like your
if you
body
can drink out of poison all the time, every day, and get sick, get better, you just a bad mofo, bro. That's it. You're just a bad bitch. Yeah. No, I don't think the Roman Empire fell, but I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's just how shit freaking disintegrates.
Yeah.
All right, what we got next? There you
go. So yeah, it was almost like a shock, like a surprise. Hold on one second. Come in. I heard my grandpa knocking. It was like I don't know. I mean, the last time I saw Bill Russell on TV, he didn't look like, he was like in bad health. But I was also wondering, like, man, this guy, like, he's been around a long time. Like, how, like, and looks good. He's still really tall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's in, like, at all the NBA finals. And then when he passed, like, it was just like, it was like a legend. You know what I mean? All those championships.
Yeah.
Like the pinnacle of winning him and his, of course, his coach, Arbach something. But so what do you think about a league-wide jersey retirement?
So you're talking about the Jackie Robinson thing, is what you're saying, where no one's allowed to get the number 42. You know what I'm saying? It's like what baseball did with 42.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, I'm not a massive basketball person, so I don't know how. I mean, I know of
Red Auerbach, yes.
I know of Bill Russell, but I don't know his, impact as far as on the league and how everyone league wide goes. Now, if we're talking Michael Jordan here, maybe, because I can think to recent memory of the impact Michael Jordan had on a, international, level for the game of NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like he did solo what Bird and Magic did together, as far as making it relevant. He was just, it still is. I mean, his fucking shoes run the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if they're planning on retiring his jersey after he dies.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I would imagine.
I didn't realize that Jackie Robinson's jersey was retired. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no one wears 42 for Jackie Robinson.
That's interesting. Yeah. I guess I never realized that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I've never really heard about this before. This is the first time I've heard of it. And I mean, I think you should maybe be up to the team, but I don't have like.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's not any of my concern. I was just curious.
I mean, think of
a league-wide retirement.
Think of what Jackie Robinson did for the game of baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
they brought him in.
He was the first like black person to play in the league. I don't know if Bill Russell was, but Bill Russell did do a lot for that community of people. But I don't think he was like the first black basketball player. I just know that he did lead a lot. Because when they were talking about him on like ESPN, it was more about what he did as a person than really what he did as a basketball player. But I wonder, like, why wait till after he passes away to retire?
Well, I mean, it's the last act of kindness you can show someone in that way. You know what I'm saying? And I get you. When you're a multitude champion and you're in your retirement thing, you know, there's Hall of Fame. There's they bring you out to, you know, all the accolades they can do. So as far as why they do that when they die, it's because it's the last thing you can do, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure the teams that they're on can retire the jerseys. Problem is, you know, it's a tricky thing when you start retiring all these numbers.
Well, you know? Okay. So like, if I know
only so many numbers,
yeah, exactly. It's how, and I don't have a problem with this, and I'm not hating on it at all. I just wanted to talk about it. Like that's all I wanted to do was just talk about it. But like, yeah, like what is the cutoff between how many numbers that you can retire from a team or from a league? Like when would that stop? Like, are they going to retire number 12 from every team or every team in the league for Tom Brady?
I bet
is there a football player that they would do that for?
Brady dies a tragic death short before the end of his time. You can bet your ass they would do that. If something like that happens, then see, now that's a good question. That is a great question. That is
plus he had 2 numbers. And I don't know if LA Lakers retired.
I'm sure they retired it. I don't know either. I would imagine that they did.
Well, like, are you going to retire Tim Tebow's 15 number at Florida
for
like,
the Gators?
Yeah, no. I'm just throwing these out there just to talk.
So I think again, it's got to be impactful to an otherworldly type of thing, you know. And that's why I made Michael Jordan as far as what he did for the NBA. If Brady died a tragic death, they'd probably do that for him. You know what I'm saying? Something to that effect. I think it's just the legend has to fit the legacy.
Yeah, I mean,
the legend has to fit the legacy.
A player deserves it. Definitely Bill Russell.
Molly Mall says that the Lakers retired both of those numbers.
Oh, okay.
So see, there you go. And rightfully so. He died a tragic death. It was terrible. Shocked the world. Horrible, horrible thing. A guy who had some mixed reviews as far as his contemporaries, and also there was some allegation stuff that happened early in his career. But by the end of his life, big, huge Christian dude, like at this whole church that he was on. That's what it happened. They were like on their way to church, or after church, they were flying. That's literally huge family faith dude. In the end, did a lot for basketball.
He did a lot for women's basketball.
That's what I'm saying, bro. His philanthropy is the smallest thing talked about with that man, and people don't realize how much scientific stuff he put money into, like science for like getting people help, like all kinds of awesome stuff. Like had all these great patents for these medicines and shit like that. Shit people don't know nothing about. But yeah, he I could see why they did that for him, and sadly enough, it usually takes an untimely death to get those type of accolades. Just the way it is, bro. I didn't make the rule.
It's interesting. Yeah, I never knew. I never realized that about Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I've never seen that. I mean, maybe like, I bet, like, let's say eventually they have so many jerseys retired that they have to go to triple digits.
Yeah. Well, that's like Futurama. They do that in Futurama. They would have like 80.8. Yeah. Fucking Futurama. They're smart. I mean, yeah, it'll probably end up that way.
I mean, sports aren't going to go anywhere. Like, it's especially sports that don't have high injury. Like basketball isn't too bad. You could have a good career and not really have any injuries.
It'll change the game.
Baseball. I mean, baseball is always. I don't see baseball going anywhere as a sport. But we don't really have the star like basketball. You have like really, really, really huge stars. Some of the biggest stars on the planet are basketball
players. It, bro. Well, because think about it. Like, if you're taking athletes and you're going, okay, you got to not only be strong, fast, all these things, hand-eye coordination, all this stuff, but now you got to be 6'7" to even get like a chance. That's the amount of just people worldwide that can have all that ability and be that tall is a freaking anomaly. That's why they get paid a lot. That's why they're the most rare of all the athletes. It's just simple mathematics.
And like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
That's, I mean, think about it, bro. Not only do you got to be able to be like as God-given talent,
I know,
athletically,
it's crazy to be that,
as like Rob Gronkowski, but you got to be 6 inches taller than him. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole half a foot taller than him, bro. That's crazy.
But like Bill Russell, he had 11, and then he had like, I think 2 or 3 in college.
Yeah.
And then he had 2 in high school. His junior and senior year of high school, he won basketball championships. I mean, the guy almost had, he probably had 20.
He only knew being awesome.
Dude, it's like, imagine having that many championships. That's insane. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they retired his jersey at his high school and his college.
I'm sure
that's just
crazy.
Sure
his high school and college.
But like, I never really see him when they talk about like top 5, like Mount Rushmore. I never really see him talked about. I never see him really compared to Jordan. I never see it. I don't see it. It's interesting.
Sal says he holds 72 NBA records.
Who, Jordan or Bill?
Bill. He holds 72 NBA records.
Still?
So yeah, maybe they should. I mean, when you do nothing but win, it's probably more likely that
but like, records. Yeah, it's like a lot of those championships came from, a lot of those records are probably like in the playoffs, but like it couldn't have been on points because I don't he was even on like top 10 of points.
I don't know. Listen,
Wilt Chamberlain, yeah.
Oh, Wilt.
It's just crazy, like,
yeah, Wilt Chamberlain
win that much.
Well, see, there you go. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe Bill isn't the man. Again.
Well, like so many people will say that Jordan was better than Bill. I rarely ever hear a comparison between Bill Russell and Michael Jordan. Well, okay. I never hear it.
Watching, Kobe Bryant and how he played basketball, and then knowing that, and I watched some. Michael Jordan, but again, I wasn't ever a big basketball fan. But thinking that, okay, the way I remember seeing a lot of Kobe, if that's how Michael Jordan was playing it before Kobe, that intensity of that type of guy where no one can do shit like this. That's it. I'm taking the whole game over, and your asses are mine, and whoever you got can't stop me. Like. That's why. It's just recency bias along with the awe of in a thing where we just talked about where you got to be 6'7", 6'9" to even get a shot. Like, not only are you a freak athlete with your size and everything, but you stand out amongst them. It's always to be celebrated.
Well, like Bill Russell played center, which makes sense. But I've heard them say Shaq was, like the best center of all time. Or was it Kembe Mutombo? It's just interesting.
Yeah, Molly Mall's pointing it out. It's just generational. It's kind of like
you can't. It's hard. Everybody knows because I mean, how physical basketball was back then when Bill Russell played compared to it now.
I mean, think of LeBron James now. He's the generational talent now. And when LeBron retires, there'll be some other new guy will look to coin to be the great dude of this era that comes after it. Maybe, I don't know.
Are all 3 teams, so is the Heat? I don't think they're going to retire number 6 for LeBron James.
I don't know. They ain't retiring his number.
Maybe the Cavs will do it. For LeBron,
no.
I mean, will the Lakers do it? Will they retire? Will the whole league? I mean, LeBron James started a school, freaking school.
Ain't you ever heard of the Academy of Larry Bird? No, I just made that up.
And I know Shaq was a beast. I'm just saying, like, I haven't, like, every time I've heard it, but like, these are people who watch Shaquille O'Neal. Almost it's very little people who actually watch Bill Russell play basketball. So it's hard. It's very hard to compare. But I mean, you can't. I mean, 11 championships. It says it all right there. But it's just interesting how it's when they talk about the top 5, he's rarely ever in that. In that conversation.
I don't know enough about him to defend
they say
him.
Like Jordan, LeBron, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird.
I mean, dude, Larry Bird.
Abdul-Jabbar. I mean,
yeah, I can think of footage of Larry Bird just straight smoking fools, hitting it from like 25 feet out and shit, sinking buckets, straight making passes that you didn't even think. And think about like this goofy freaking link gangly ass out there just like, smoking fools.
If Magic Johnson wouldn't have contracted HIV, they probably would have won a lot. They would have definitely won more championships, dude.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because I mean, him and
I think everybody agrees with that.
Abdul-Jabbar with the sky hook. There's been no other players that use that play.
Yeah,
it was only Magic Johnson and Kareem. I don't know. I've never
Kareem
seen
could fucking handle that,
dude. just done. Just done. Just over with. Dude. He's just running in there. Boom. Just like it was nothing, dude. I mean, he didn't toss it. He slammed. Like, he wasn't, he was this far away from the fucking hoop.
I know. His lengthy ass arm would come way around the other side of it. It was so fucking weird.
But, I mean, hey, got to give it to Bill Russell, for what he did, how much he achieved. I think he does deserve it. It's just interesting. I haven't seen this in person myself. And, of course, me and you weren't really around when Jackie Robinson was playing or to see that jersey retired from the whole league. But I'm just wondering, like, who's going to be next? Like, what do you have to do for a whole league to retire your jersey? I mean, that's
2 things. You gotta change.
Win a lot of championships.
No, I don't even think it's about winning a lot of championships. You gotta win some. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like a lot of wins for sure. But that's not the prerequisite. I would say it has to be game changing, game altering in how the game continues after your time in it, where, hey, you know what, if everyone's doing something one way, but you come in and just beat the shit out of everybody and all that, that's number one. And then number 2, typically it takes a tragic death to get that to happen, or it's a lot, bro. That's all I can think. It's those 2 things. Like, one, you don't necessarily need both of them, but if you have both, that's probably the best way to get there. So I don't know. It's terrible.
They retire Babe Ruth's jersey number?
I mean, I'm sure he's retired for the Yankees. I don't know. It's all about football for me, dog. So I don't know shit about all the other stuff. All right. What we got next?
Oh, yeah. This is crazy. So they were interviewing Brett Favre the other day, 2 days ago. Well, yesterday, actually. And they said he suffered an average of 50 concussions a year. So, I mean, of course.
An average of 50 a year? Was he falling on his face in the locker room all the time? No way.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, but like there has to be different levels. So,
I mean,
I guess they're saying like almost every time
like a really hard sneeze. Now it's a concussion or something. What the fuck you mean 50 a year?
So in his career, he has now upped the estimate to more than 1,000 concussions. That's crazy, dude. 50 concussions per year and 20 seasons. So
after you have the first 1 or 2, just a little small.
Damn, that's dude. That's
so. My dad's over here listening, and he goes, once you have like a concussion, and you get it like once or twice, it's easy as shit to get it a bunch of times in that same area because it's like it's kind of Yeah, you already got weak neck baby and shit. Your shit's already all weak up there, so you get clicked on. I mean, I guess so. I mean, think about it in fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like when you watch like Chuck Liddell and he was straight beating the shit out of everybody, but that one time his lights got turned out, then it seemed like every fight he was in, that bitch's lights was getting turned out. Like once it's gone, it's gone. So yeah, I guess you could have a whole bunch, but nobody made him stay. You know, they Green Bay had him move on and held him in there longer because he had a hissy fit about handing the torch over to Aaron Rodgers. And then he went and played on the friggin' Jets and played on the Vikings afterwards.
He was tearing it up on the Vikings, man. That was awesome, dude. With my favorite wide receiver, Percy Harvin, dude.
Yeah, Percy.
That was a match made in heaven, man. That was just so awesome to watch.
Are we expecting to see, some bad stuff out of Brett Favre and deterioration?
I mean, we kind of already did. Look what he did with Rachel Nichols.
Taking some naked pictures? I mean, that's just him thinking.
It was unsolicited, is what that probably was.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was unsolicited.
Just a tad unsolicited. I mean, hey.
Yeah, hey baby, what's up?
Like,
I'm just thinking about you.
He wears copperware, whatever.
Hey baby, trying on my new copperware. What do you think?
Got my copper undies.
Yeah, I know.
Copper.
I got my copper underwear on, baby. Come check it out.
My copper cock on.
Hey, yeah, I know, right? Got my copper cock on.
But I mean, dude, 1,000 concussions.
Hey baby, I got a concussion. What do you think?
But he played 297 straight games in his career. That's an NFL record.
Listen, Brett Favre was fucking. He was so cool to watch play football. I was never a freaking Green Bay fan, but
yeah.
I mean,
we were super young. You know, like it was hard.
He was so fun to watch, dude. He was so fun to watch. I mean,
even those last couple seasons when he was on Green Bay, I remember they were playing, I think it was in the playoffs, and it was snowing like a motherfucker, and he just like did a shovel pass to the
he's like
receivers. Dude, it was just like this guy's just out there still killing it, man.
Yeah, he's just out there fucking flicking balls around.
I know, like he was like in his hand, dude, his hand covered half of the ball.
Yeah, he had big freaking hands for being a small dude. He wasn't a big guy, but he had big ass hands.
And then just all the clips of him throwing it to Percy Harvin, but 1,000 concussions. Dude, that's crazy, man. Like the reason why I'm talking about this is because I want the NFL to survive. I want football to survive.
Oh, everybody does. It's gonna survive, bro. I don't give a damn.
Like I know they're gonna do everything they can. Like they're starting to, so they're advising kids, before 14 to not play tackle football. I think that's a good start. Is to not be, because I mean, you were playing tackle football when you were like 5th grade.
I started when I was 7 years old.
Yeah, it's like
I started at 7 years old.
Like 3rd grade.
Yeah, I played
They're like white dudes.
17, so I played 10 years of football. Yeah, no, and then some boxing a little bit. Yeah, I think I blame I don't know. I used to be a lot more angry, so I blamed it on all the concussions because he just got your bell rung. Get up there, boy. You can get
it. I mean, man, that's a lot. I mean, like I knew Troy Aikman had 10, and I thought that was a lot. But I think when they talk about Troy Aikman's, it was like a massive concussion. To have 1,000 and still keep going, it was probably mild. I would say. I mean, because if you hit your head versus if you really bang your freaking head.
Oh yeah, when you're like, oh shit.
You know what I mean? You're
I gotta sit down.
Yeah, you're done for. Or versus if you just hit, it's what was the severity? But I mean, 1,000, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, the watcher's saying right here. He goes, Coach said, "Put your head down and go." That's it, bro. Low man win, bitches.
Terry Bradshaw, he probably had a lot too, even though his team giving them all out.
Nah,
He was on the good side of the steel curtain. He was on the he's like, the refrigerator is not out when I'm playing quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm not saying that it don't happen, but people are a lot stronger than we give credit to. Now, I do like all the safety measures taken. I mean, those guys, they wear these big freaking like skins over their helmets in practice now.
Yeah.
There's a lot
it's only going to get better.
But
with all these studies.
Chad Johnson has a good thing about what he says about this type of stuff. And he says, I didn't get no concussions and I didn't get no hurt because I had a callus. I got a callus on me. You keep doing it, you calluses up. And, that's why, there's all this less contact in football and preseason, and we see more injuries. It's because they're having less contact. I know it sounds crazy, but that's just the way it is.
What's his name? Zach Wilson just tore his
MCL. It's just it's just a fucking MCL tear. That ain't nothing. Now the bone bruise, that shit hurts. That shit hurts.
Saying, like, he didn't even get it was like he did it to himself. He didn't even get tackled. Like, I'm not talking smack. I'm saying, like, he didn't get hit.
Yeah, and those are always the worst injuries, are the non-contact injuries, because that's how you know you're injured, not hurt. A guy can get hurt playing football, but are you injured? You get a non-contact hurt. It's typically an injury, something broke or got hurt. But to me, if they take the head so much out of the game when people are doing their job and concussions are gonna. I think it's gonna go kind of up. So,
concussions,
what else?
Increase.
I mean, they're taking it more and more out of the game, and it's good. But you got to friggin' build that callus, bro. You got to clang and bang on those heads. That's how you get your head gets fucking stronger to protect your brain more. It's like, hey, I'm taking all this impact. I got to do something. That's just now. There's again, once that time has passed, you got to go. Oh, can't do it no more. I got that lick in, just like when you're a fighter, you might get knocked out, but that don't mean it's the end of your career. That guy got you, but you get knocked out. And then now next time you're freaking getting knocked out and guy just hits you on your butt and that's it. It's done for you.
Well, it's like, I wonder there's far less boxers than there are football players. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have a team of boxers fighting each other. But, like, what is the concussion rate?
Russian videos where they have, like, 5-on-5, dude. That was awesome, bro.
I think I've seen something like that. Yeah. But, like, what is the concussion rate for that compared to the NFL? I mean, you're literally punching each other in the head, in the face, even though you're not allowed to punch, like, from the back of the head.
Yeah, dude, that's the worst.
But, but I'm just saying, like, because boxing and UFC, that ain't going nowhere.
Hell, that ain't too much money, dog.
Anywhere. I mean, you're making $100 million off of one fight. It's so popular. You know what I mean? Like, Tyson Fury was making like tens of millions of dollars, maybe even $100 million on his last couple fights.
People will always want to show up to see the baddest man on the planet fight the guy that thinks he's the baddest man on the planet. So no, it's not.
I don't know. We have too much in us to just lose contact sports. It's not going to happen. We have too many people that want to play and be physical, but at the same time, there's more and more news of this stuff coming out, and I think it's good because you got a lot of people who are committed to playing it, and you have a lot of people who are committed to making it safer. So they're going to find a way to make it work. Yeah. But how that outcome and what it looks like, I guess I don't know. We'll find out.
Cause for cleats.
All right. So I chose one. I actually went to the MiamiDolphins today because I kind of felt bad by where I placed Tua on my quarterbacks list.
I thought it was all right for
where it is. So I was like, let me choose MiamiDolphins today. And I went and what player was it? Hold on, give me. Dang it! What did I? Oh, there it is. So it was Javon Holland, environmental conservation. It's called the Blue Marine Foundation.
All right.
And it's actually really cool. There's a lot of different topics on there, like I'm looking at it right now: economics, education, legal fishing, carbon, as far as like carbon monoxide from the air and how it mixes with our oceans, because it can make it more acidic. But I figured it would be a good time to talk about. So in my lifetime, between the mid-90s to 4 years ago, okay, that's 20 years, 25 years, I seen the Florida Keys go from the most beautiful reefs you could ever imagine, colors, vibrant colors, and octopus and sea turtles and just tarpon and snook and barracuda.
All the people walking on them. All the people fucking with them.
Well, so there's a couple things. One of them was sunblock. So what was in a lot of sunblock was ingredients that is really toxic for coral reefs. So you can buy, and still be careful about what you do buy, but you want it to say coral reef safe, or anything that's specific to being safe in salt water for the marine life. Because I think there was some of the ingredients in sunblock that was killing the coral reefs. And they have a lot of laboratories in the Keys now that are actually growing new reefs to put them back into the ocean. Like they're making like artificial reef structures and they're putting the reefs on there. But it's going to take us at the same time to use better material ingredients in our sunblock so that doesn't keep happening. Some of it has to do with climate change, and then some of it has a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but there's been a lot of hurricanes. Don't you think the reefs are built to withstand a hurricane?
Yeah,
I mean, they wouldn't grow in the Keys if it couldn't handle a hurricane. Okay?
I think the thing that kills it most is people walking on them and messing with them and stuff like that. You remember you and I used to go to Red Reef Park. Remember, we would go fishing at Red Reef Park and stuff.
Del Rey.
Yep,
and they had a giant barracuda right there.
Catching monsters, bro. Monsters.
Dude, like a 7-foot barracuda, like 5 feet away from me. I'm like,
clownfish and stuff like that, and freaking hogfish swimming around and stuff.
I haven't been to Red Reef Park in a long time.
Me either. I'd like to go back there and check it out.
But now the same areas. It was called Sombrero Key. It looks like a desert underneath the water. Like there's nothing there. There's no colors. There's no fish. It's just dead. And and I've seen that in 25 years.
Yeah, it's gotta be
completely gone, dude. It was I don't even really want to go to the Keys again because of it. Like it was so hurtful to see. And it's so important that we pay attention to, what we buy and how we treat that area, because those coral reefs are very sensitive. Like they're super sensitive to any changes.
They sink ships now. They take an old decommissioned
right,
and they'll sink them to make an
artificial reef.
Yeah, an artificial reef.
There was a place that I actually worked on when I was still living in Florida. It was called Mote Marine. I think MOTE or MOAT, Mote Marine. And they actually they're ones that make the coral reefs. They grow them in the lab and they bring them back out there. And one of the things that they were focused on with that marine lab was because they were going for what's called the LEED certification, LEED. And one of the requirements of those certifications is durability. And so we certified that project. I want to say platinum, but I think it was at least gold. It might have been platinum. But durability is it's very stringent in that checklist. And we had that hurricane that went through there. I think it was 2017. What was that hurricane that went through there? Wilma? I don't think it might have been Wilma.
I don't know.
But it was barely any damage done to the project. And like the keys got slammed by that hurricane. And just the little condenser unit on the roof got messed up a little bit. Everything else was fine.
That's good.
So
and that's good. They have it like that because freaking everything could die if it gets like shut down or something like that. You know, Florida's gotten really good at handling storms for that type of shit. And then at the same time, a rainstorm would come by and the power flicker. You're like, what the hell?
Just time to drink.
Yeah, I know.
I do miss them. I ain't gonna lie. I do miss hurricane parties. Like
oh man, I love.
There's nothing like it. Like there's nothing on the planet like a hurricane party.
Because you ain't got nowhere to be.
Yeah, because there ain't nothing going on tomorrow. There ain't nothing going on.
Everything's closed. Everything's closed. And if it's a real hurricane, it's like that for 2 or 3 days.
And like driving around when there's no electricity and it's like dark, dude. Like the street lights are gone. It's so trippy, dude. It's so like driving around. It's like I don't even recognize where I am.
Or like early in the morning when it gets first light and you drive around and you see and it's like there's flooding and stuff like that. It's fucking awesome.
Places everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Shit's just blowing all over. Go to the beach and lean against the wind. You know what I'm saying? Lean against the wind because it's blowing so hard, but you always got to cover your face because that sand's kicking.
I would sit in my car and like it'd be faced towards the wind. I could roll down my window and just chill, and the wind would be like going over the car.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, like I could just like have my arm out, like not even get wet.
Yeah, I know it's freaking crazy.
Do yours. I gotta go. My grandma's
go ahead. My door. I got you. So my cause for cleats is Quentin Nelson from the Indianapolis Colts. He has he supports a thing called the V Foundation, and it's a I guess it's a cancer type of thing. It's a guy. I don't know. He had this dude, like this older dude. I'll read the article here. It was interesting. It says Nelson, who had an aunt and uncle die of cancer, said that it has been that he has been inspired and motivated by John Valvino's iconic "Don't give up, don't ever give up" ESPY speech. Valvino gave that speech back in 1993 while battling cancer. The speech launched the V Foundation for Cancer Research and partnered with ESPN. Jimmy V's "Don't Give Up" speech had a big impact on my life, Nelson told ESPN's Mike Wells. A couple of times a year, my best friend and I would go together to have Jimmy V nights, where we'd have some beers, cigars, scotch, and play some music, staying up till 3 a.m. and we'd try to laugh, think and cry like Jimmy said in his speech. As an ambassador for the V Foundation and through his Blocking Cancer initiative for the V Foundation, Nelson has raised over $79,000 towards finding a cure for cancer. This is back in 2019. So he has a thing that he does called Blocking Cancer for the V Foundation. And so I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know anything about this "Don't Give Up" speech from the ESPYs. I'm sure it's super famous. You never saw
it on ESPN?
Listen, bro, I'm sure I have. I just my brain don't keep stuff like that because it serves me not. I know it's terrible to say, but it's the truth. It's the truth, bro. It's the truth. So, but yeah, no, that was his thing. I found it weird because I was like looking for all this stuff, and it's got here. I'll pull up the picture. It's his cleats got like the picture of the guy on them. They're creepy looking. I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? And then I read the article. I was like, all right, it was pretty cool. I'll pick that one. Here, I'll show you the cleats. See what I'm saying?
It looks like the way someone looks in a coffin.
Yeah, this is kind of weird looking. It's just kind of weird looking. So I was like, whoa, freak you out real quick. So, but yeah, that was my cause.
Looks like Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. I was like, who the hell is Christopher Reeves? That's what I thought at first. I literally thought it was Christopher Reeves or something. I thought I was like, oh, was this some Superman shit? And then I read it and I was like, all right, the V Foundation. All right,
it was Superman 5. That's what the V is for.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I was like, hell yeah, Return to Krypton and shit.
Quest for Hope.
Yeah.
I hope these shoes don't always look like this.
I hope these shoes don't always look like this. Quest for hope. Hope for better news. Quest for hope. It's better shit. Oh, no. Yeah, shout out to Quentin Nelson with the V Foundation, man. I hope you're getting drunk 3 o'clock in the morning and celebrating you're blocking for cancer. Sorry we're making fun of you.
That's what we do.
All right, here you go. This is your QB ranks.
All right, so
start from the top.
So I don't know how you can't have him at the top. He's the greatest living quarterback, Tom Brady at the Bucs. Not because I'm a Bucs fan, because Tom Brady.
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
It's just it doesn't hurt. It only helps a little bit. Tom Brady. Okay, in order. Best to worst. Aaron Rodgers second. Patrick Mahomes third. Matthew Stafford.
Those top 3 are in any order.
Yeah, it's really
it's all
top,
preference.
I mean, top 4, top 6, well,
top 3.
I'd say top 3. Yeah, it's
top
really
3.
hard to. There's just maybe top hard. 4. I don't know. Matthew Stafford he was always a beast. He just finally got on a good team.
Yeah,
even though he brought the Lions to the playoffs. I mean,
I know what you mean.
The Lions to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like they're known for going like 0-14.
Listen, the Lions are going to be good this year, and I think I even signed you up for this bet, bro. I think I did.
What do you mean?
I think I signed you up for this bet because I said it's the TFTG versus I want to say it's Von Joe that's holding it down. Where we're betting against them that the Lions are going to win the division. They're gonna win
the North.
Yes, they're gonna win the division.
And we're betting for the Lions.
Lions are gonna win this year, bro. They're gonna the Packers.
I gotta look at that roster, dude.
Listen, the Lions are gonna set it off, or I'll catch everybody sleeping, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna win. They're gonna win. I'm telling you, dude.
So you got the Bears are gonna be.
Bears aren't gonna win 8 games, so I ain't worried about the Bears.
The only thing good about the Vikings is
Justin Jefferson?
Kirk Cousins' ability to get paid is the only thing.
Oh man, his ability to get paid is legit.
Dude, that dude knows how to get paid.
The guy knows how to make. You gotta respect it, dude. You gotta respect it.
He didn't even win a Monday Night Football until like 2 years ago. It was like the first time he won a Monday Night Football.
He's been playing for 12 years.
Dude, I was gonna make a meme. I just didn't make it in time where it says like someone's got a case of the Mondays. And so it makes our Kirk Cousins like 0-12, like dude, on Monday terrible. Night Football.
And yet he pads the fuck out of the stats. Dude will have, 35 touchdowns, 4,800 yards. He'll pad the stats, but you wonder where the hell's he, and they'll win 9 games. They'll be right there in the playoffs or right outside the playoffs. It's terrible. But they've always had, fucking Dalvin Cook and shit up there. They've always had a good team. But yeah, okay, so I'm not worried about the Vikings. And I think the Packers are good, but like nothing.
But
okay,
they
got Aaron Rodgers. It's pretty
Aaron
much
Rodgers isn't doing his best. They're not going to do well.
That's the thing. I'm wondering if like this is the year Aaron Rodgers wins 10 games, but the Lions win 11. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, if he gets along with the head coach, it doesn't really seem like they like each other that much.
They've been doing better, and Aaron Rodgers has a little bit more say so around there, and they don't ask him to do a bunch of shit anymore. It's just kind of different, but I can't help but feel like Aaron Rodgers is only about the ducats these days. He's like, hey, look, you guys are paying fucking Kirk Cousins all this money. I want money too. That's what he's saying. So, I don't know. I'm just betting on the Lions, just surprising everybody. And they just, I think it was today was their Hard Knocks second episode came out. I'll have to go back and watch it.
Oh, that's who is on this year is the Lions?
Dude.
I never watched the Hard Knocks.
It's pretty good. It's all right. It's okay. I don't know. I don't really give a shit.
It's like the NFL is like trying to just be on every, like they got what? They got Showtime. They got a Showtime show. They got an HBO show. They got
it's
ESPN.
The biggest, dude, it's the biggest business in America, it seems like.
And they got NFL Plus now.
I mean, let's be real. We're literally in the business for the NFL right now. Like we're literally work for them with no fucking job title or paycheck. So this is terrible. That's how important this shit is, apparently.
So I'm gonna go down the list.
Yeah, go ahead. You were at Stafford.
Matthew Stafford, then Russell Wilson, then Josh Allen, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, see, all right.
That's number 1, 2, 3.
Joe Burrow
4,
is
5,
quite
6,
high
7.
up that list.
Joe Burrow, number 7.
And there's some quarterbacks I would put above him. And I don't know why you have this man this high up, but I'm telling you, fucking Joe Flacco is the 7th rated. I mean, what is he? 2, 4, 6,
8.
So he's the 8th ranked quarterback in the football league right now, dude. I think you're like Joe Flacco. Even when he won the Super Bowl, he wasn't that great. He wasn't bad, but we're talking about Joe Flacco. He's like 37 years old. Like he's terrible. Now he is QB1 for the Jets right now. But think about it, dude.
Yeah.
You literally, like, this is crazy. This is the craziest list ever because of that. But continue.
Then Derek Carr.
All right.
Lamar Jackson.
You know, I would have argued about Derek Carr, but Derek Carr was like one of the best quarterbacks in the league last year.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He was friggin' killing it. So, and I never really liked Derek Carr. I thought Derek Carr
we haven't even seen Joe Flacco play in a long time. I put him up there as I'm gonna see if he does play that well this season.
There's no way,
we haven't
bro.
Really. It's almost like a preseason ranking for college.
Listen, I see Joe Flacco as the Jets Joe Flacco, and it's terrible. I've been watching the Dolphins beat up Joe Flacco for a long time, and in so many ways. Even when the Ravens used to always beat us, it certainly was not Joe Flacco. That was the reason why.
It was their defense.
It was their defense, their run game, but yeah, mainly that defense.
And then Jared Goff, who's going to win the NFC North.
Yes, he is.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert should be way higher on your list.
Baker Mayfield. Kyler Murray. Ryan Tannehill. Matt Ryan. Trevor Lawrence. Carson Wentz. Dak Prescott. Jacoby Brissett.
I can't believe you have Jacoby Brissett over. Jacoby Brissett is terrible. And Jalen Hurts and Kirk Cousins, for that matter, should be higher up on your list. Go ahead.
And then, so Jacoby Brissett, Tua, Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins, Mac Jones, Daniel Jones, Justin Fields, Marcus Mariota, Trey Lance, Jameis Winston, Mason Rudolph.
Well, see, Mason Rudolph isn't going to be the Steelers quarterback. It's going to be Mitch Trubisky.
You think so?
I know so. It's definitely going to happen.
Not halfway through the season. Maybe
1,000,000%.
But they're going to switch him out for Mason Rudolph.
No, if they're going to switch him out, they're going to switch him out for their rookie, Kenny Pickett.
Oh, okay. Geno Smith and then Davis Mills. I don't even know who that is.
Davis Mills has got one of the longest necks in the NFL. He's a big dude. You know what he kind of looks like? He kind of looks like Blake Bortles. Like he's like,
okay.
Remember Jacksonville quarterback Blake Bortles? Yeah, he's like exactly like Blake Bortles.
Didn't he?
So he did okay.
Jax did good one season.
They did. They were Saxonville. And their defense and that team did good enough to get all the way to the AFC Championship game and lose against the Patriots, who ended up, I want to say the Patriots won that Super Bowl, but they lost the AFC
2018?
Game.
That was 2018?
I think it was 2016, if I recall correctly. I want to say it was 2016 that happened. I could be wrong. Maybe it was 18, but it was right around that time. I want to say freaking Blake Bortles was like number 29 or 33 on NFL's top 100. He had like his best year ever and shit. And then they paid him after that. And he didn't stay there for 2 years before they got rid of his ass. It was it literally they were like Icarus. They flew too close to the sun and burned their wings off and were terrible right after that, bro. It was crazy.
Huh.
Yeah. Poor Jacksonville. They were friggin' on fire there for a minute. And when Jacksonville first came out, when they were a new team, they were really good. So
because that's when head coach
Jacksonville might change it around with that Trevor Lawrence if they can get it figured out. They got a new head coach.
I mean, they definitely got potential. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback.
They got Doug Peterson as their head coach. Doug Peterson's a damn good head coach.
Yeah.
And
it's good for Bill. I mean, bringing a team because the Eagles were not good before.
He did a lot of good work
with the
Eagles.
I know a lot of Eagle fans, and like they were not a good team before he went there.
I mean, everybody thinks that Frank Wright is the guy that was the reason they won, and he went to the Colts. He's the Colts head coach now. But we're gonna see, because Doug Peterson apparently wasn't very. It's weird. There's like mixed reviews. People love him, and then people hate him. That's why he lost his job in Philly. So I don't know. But
where did he go after Philly, though?
He really didn't. I don't think he went anywhere.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I want to say I think he either took a year off, or he was maybe doing some offensive coordinating somewhere. I can't fucking remember. But I think he was a coaching candidate for the Dolphins. So I would have been pretty excited if he would have came here. I mean, I'm happy with what we're at and what we're doing now, but I would have seen the sense in it. I think he's in a good position now. Young quarterback, young team. They spent some money on the offense. Jacksonville, I mean, they're not winning 10 games this year, but
I don't know, AFC Peterson, South, so they got Titans, Colts, and Texans.
Yeah,
they can definitely do better than the Texans.
Yeah, everybody's doing better than
the
Texans.
I don't know about the Colts.
Colts are pretty decent, and so are the Titans. Have owned that division for so long.
I think it's their who is there's
Tannehill.
Been a person there. Yeah, but there's been someone else that's on that's
Vrabel.
Part of that team.
Vrabel, their coach, has done good.
Yeah.
So he's done real good.
They've done really good since they're yeah.
And they got Derrick Henry as their running back.
And that city, Nashville, is a really nice city.
That's the thing. They've had Derrick Henry up there running the rock. And ever since then, they've been killing it. So,
yeah, Derrick Henry is a freaking.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster, bro.
I know.
He's literally a monster. Like that man is
looks like the Heisman Trophy.
He does. He's just a fucking giant monster guy that's that big, running that fast. It's unnatural to look at, bro. It's weird. He just straight freaking throwing dudes off of him. Yeah, your QB rank sucks. I've seen worse though. It's not that bad. Let's see.
So, okay. You're going to go to the hottest place in the United States that has the least amount of water in the United States, and you're going to wonder why the grass is dying. The lake that they get their water from has become so low that there's dead bodies showing up.
Where is this?
So there's a big ass lake that feeds Nevada and California, and it's becoming so low that barrels of people like mafia, like people that were killed by the mafia, like in the 60s and 70s and shit, are showing up. Like they got so low that there was a barrel and a dead guy inside.
God damn, they're like, oh man.
And it's like, yeah, he went missing in like 1969.
Jesus Christ, bro.
And like cars and shit. And it's like, no, this is really happening. It's like, but I've been to Vegas and it is so unbearably hot there and so dry. And I've been there with these houses that are, quote, they're trying to be energy efficient and go for LEED and go for this. I'm like, no, you can't build here and possibly be good for anything because there's no water and it's hot as hell. So why are they putting in real grass? They should have AstroTurf at that stadium. I mean, they're like confused as why the grass is
they could do what some of these stadiums are doing now. And the stadium in London has it where like they've got the grass field that you're playing on, and then like a couple floors under, there's a whole nother grass field like thing, and they like have like hydroponically growing grass underneath it, and like it comes up in like 4 or 5 sections, like goes up, and they play on this platform of grass. So maybe that's what they're gonna do. You see anything about that?
No, I haven't.
No, they're just gonna try to water it and keep it freaking
Dude,
fresh and grow
it's
in the sun.
ridiculous. Like if you look at like Google Maps and you look at the Vegas area, you'll see like houses with grass, and then right next door is the empty lot. It's all dirt, and there's like all dirt, like all over the place. It's all dirt, and you see houses with grass. It's like, what are you like? It's like it's so pointless to have
John
grass.
Santos is saying grass is now banned.
Yeah, dude, because you need 150%. You have to have irrigation to make grass last in that area of the United States. Like
shit, you need it here in Florida.
I know,
and like
it's like there's one. It's not surprising. It's like that's why cactuses grow out there because they retain water.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, whole fucking business.
It's the point of a cactus. So they're putting in, and grass requires a lot of water. There's barely any types of grass that's drought tolerant. But on top of that, it's so hot, even though I think that's a covered stadium. But it's just like, I don't know. It's like, why are you trying to have grass when you can just have AstroTurf?
It sounds like a real badass American thing to do. But like, no, we want real grass in this motherfucker, and we're going to force grass to happen.
The well that they get the water from it's literally drying up. Like,
well, that sucks.
It is. It's like it's huge. It's like, let's say like it's this deep.
All right. So why aren't we going and cutting massive pieces of ice from a glacier somewhere and just dropping it in the lake like a fucking giant ice cube and just let it melt and fucking be cool with that? Boom! All of a sudden, lake's full again.
I mean, that's what they used to do.
I know. Why aren't we doing this anymore? They're like, oh, this stuff's out of control. Like, yeah, they used to do shit about this. They used to go grab ice.
Well, there was a lot more ice back then.
Was there? Like, I don't know, because I mean, listen, from
I
what
know
I
a guy
can see,
who's
I bet you they would be happy to give you plenty of ice in like the northern Arctic above where no one can live. In fucking Russia and shit, like it's desolate as fuck up. Like there's always ice year round.
Yeah, but how to get in and out of there though?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I don't know how to solve all the problems. I just solved a bunch of them. How many problems I got to solve?
The problem is not to have grass. That's the solution. Is to
no, all right, fuck the grass. We're talking about this lake that literally.
There's too many people.
That seems to be always a problem. There's too many people. What are you gonna do? You can't start offing motherfuckers. So you gotta fix the problem.
People that need a lot of water.
No, I got you. So get something and fix the problem.
Yeah,
having people leave there, having people leave that area isn't a solving of the problem. That's what happens when you can't solve the problem.
I mean, have you ever been to Vegas in September?
No, I've never been to Vegas ever, bro. No. Listen, I'm not living there. I don't want to live in the desert. Now, you know what I'm saying? I get that, but somebody's
when I went there for work, and when I was there, I was like, I could see why this place started off as like sin and like gambling.
Because no one's going to stop you out there.
It's like there's nothing else to do out here.
I don't know. I mean, they should.
It's not much to do out there, dude.
I get that.
That's why it's like all about gambling, because there's really nothing else to do.
I mean, I don't know.
Desalination. So I've been to a desalination plant in Tampa, Florida. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. It just requires a lot of input. Like it was literally like thousands of filters, reverse osmosis filters. And it's a practice. It's not the best practice, but it is a possibility. But there's not really any close oceans to Las Vegas either.
So I mean, okay, I get all that, like that. All right, these are big problems, but again, like, go get some ice. I'm telling you, fix the fucking problem right away. Just go get a big ass bunch of ice.
Just
chop a bunch of shit up.
Just drop a glacier in that one.
Yeah.
From really far up, so it goes.
Get fucking helicopters, grab the fucking glacier, scoop the bitch up, fucking take it over there and drop the bitch there. All of a sudden, just let it melt. Good. You're good to go. I don't understand how the people haven't figured this out yet. Sounds like the right thing to do. I mean, I guess you could put a pipeline to do that, but I mean, that's not. Nah, just fucking get a giant ice cube. What you mean, dog? I never, like, when I was a kid, I used to say this. They're like, yeah, there's this giant desert in Africa. Used to be luscious. And then I'm thinking, why don't they fucking take some glaciers and drop it in the middle of the desert? How's it going to hurt? They're like, oh, it'll turn into mud. I go, yeah, for now. But, you know,
Antarctica don't need. We got Antarctica can give up some glaciers.
I mean, what's it gonna hurt? How is it gonna hurt?
I mean, it's a flat Earth anyways, so like, what
yeah, true that. We'll just go to the edge and find it. You know what I'm saying? Do something.
Go to the edge and find it.
God damn.
It's where the penguins fly to.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, you know, that's
I don't know. I'm just like, it's like there's so many things going on, and then we got this, and then we got. It's just like you can always tell when a billionaire is in charge of something, or it's like it's such a first world.
See, I tell you what, I bet you wouldn't argue.
Problem.
You wouldn't argue with this billionaire if you heard that he brought a giant fucking ice cube and dropped it in the lake and it came up 4 inches. You'd be like, yeah, that guy earned that grass. He just made the lake rise in 4 inches.
But where did he depends on where he got.
He's a billionaire, so he's got a helicopter. I'm assuming maybe he can get a couple helicopters.
We had SpaceX drop it off.
Yeah, I rented some shit from Elon and said, "Hey, bring me an ice cube to drop in this lake so I can have grass in my football stadium." See, that's how some shit get fixed right there.
Teabag that lake.
Yeah, teabag the lake. There you go. Just put a little ice cube in my drink, dog. Please, thank you. You know. All right. Next thing you got is NFL.
So, I mean, NFL's back. You know, we got preseason games. We got NFL Plus. We got the draft on ESPN. Not the draft, but the what is it called? The fantasy.
Yeah.
Like NFL is so going hard right now that they got it on ESPN and ESPN2. All the freaking fantasy league stuff.
Guys.
So we're probably gonna have your team back on here pretty soon.
Mm.
Brandon the Bookie.
Yep, gonna get the boys back up here.
Yeah.
Big Kev.
So yeah, so I don't know, I'm excited. I'm super excited. And I can't wait to have all the games, get on all my TVs.
Yeah,
get on
college
all the
football
different games.
Be back on. It's gonna be in the full swing. It's literally gonna be nonstop football talk. I mean,
and the Gators got a new head coach, so we'll see how he does.
The Hurricanes are gonna surprise everybody, and they're gonna win the Coastal
for the ACC.
Yeah, they're gonna win the Coastal. Then they're gonna win the ACC. They're gonna be in the college playoffs.
Miami.
Yep, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen as soon as they play Texas. I think they play Texas A&M like the third game, and they're gonna beat the dog shit out of Texas A&M, and everyone's gonna go, "Holy fuck, this team is for real." That's what's gonna happen.
I'll have to watch that game. That'll be a good game. That sounds like a good game.
I know it sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah. No, it's in full swing. Everything with the sport, the game, it's just preseason and it's already ramping up. And and I said this the other day, NFL's done an amazing job making football year-round sport. It seems like it's not as long of an off season. There's like 2 months, but
but with all the trades and all the players,
that's what I'm saying. There's something going on. Yeah, there's always something coming out or going on. And now, with even especially now, for us in particularly, because we had this shit going on. It's didn't seem like it was that long ago.
I haven't even been able to. I keep missing all the preseason games. I haven't watched one preseason game. I keep missing them.
Oh, well, you'll have them this weekend again. Dolphins play Saturday at 7 against the Raiders. So
I was almost thinking about signing up for NFL Plus.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. I'm doing.
It doesn't do much for local game. I forgot what it doesn't show. It doesn't show everything during the regular season.
Yeah, I gotta get the ticket.
But it's not bad for the whole year. I mean, but it says like for the whole year, but like, why would I need it after February? After February?
They do. You get all 22 film through it, where you get to like all the different angles and stuff like that. You can break it down. There's other stuff. They also do like NFL Top 100. They got original programming that you get, because I had it before it was NFL Plus, and I used it a lot.
Oh, what was it called?
It's just, I forget, just NFL fucking channel or some shit. I don't know.
Huh.
Wasn't called that. I can't remember what they called it. I actually got it. I used to have it for free through Verizon, then they changed it and it was just cheaper or whatever it was. But yeah, I'm ready for it. I think we're ready for it. I'll be ready for week 1 with the new studio. I building this whole thing set up out here, gonna design it, put it together. I just painted the inside. We'll put some air conditioning and fucking get it all ready and set up to go and set the whole thing up. And it'll be a lot like the last studio as far as, caddy corner and the stuff behind me, but it'll be a little bit wider of an angle. I might have it where you guys can see like the whole desk and everything like that. And I also have some idea where I'm going to have like another smaller corner where I'm going to use for green screen. And I got some shit planned. I'm gonna do some bits. Might be seeing me do some crazy shit, like wigs and fucking costume makeup or whatever to just come out
for that.
Yeah, make it all fun and cool looking and shit like that. And HB and I are gonna be figuring out how to use the green screen and stuff like that. Like, he knows how to use a bunch of that shit, but we'll play around with it. Do some different stuff, try to keep the content different, funny. The shows will be doing how they do, and I won't be doing, super, super long content. I mean, I will when I can, but like, I'll try to make better use of time, like have like an hour and a half, 2 hour show. And then that other hour and a half to 2 hours I would have been just in live, I'll make better use of the time and do some like recorded short clips, shit to make it funny, just different stuff. So got a lot of things we're gonna be working on. I gotta just figure out how I'm gonna put it together and shit like that. I think Color might be hopping back in here. He's gonna do some rapid color. He had a couple of things he wanted to go in. I don't know, Color, if you're still out there, you can hop up here and do some rapid color. But yeah, I just got to figure out how I'm going to, because I got to use the space for a lot of other stuff too, even though like a significant amount of space is going to be for the studio. I got to store all this extra other shit that I got around here too. So, but it's real tall ceiling. So like, I'm going to put like a loft above it and shit like that. It's a big ass shed. We've been building it. Fucking pain in the ass. I'm going to hop out for a second, Color. You go ahead and do your rapid color. I'll be back.
That. How you doing tonight, Tonk?
What's up?
I was having some issues. I'm glad I got them squared away so I can pull these up. These just got a couple articles to run through real quick. Like 3 or 4 tonight. So it's going to be rapid color. But yeah, I think it's going to be like cool stuff coming down the pike, man. If Capitan can get get more time at his hands to finish all that up. And you know how we can help Capitan get more time, right?
How's that?
Like and share this shit, man.
Oh. Like, share, comment.
So I'm just grabbing a couple of these articles up real quick.
Yeah, almost every show I do. I mean, it's not like I'm doing every week right now, but there's always new people, so it's really nice to see new faces in here, new names, new comments.
I know the growth's been ridiculous, man. Like, shout out to everybody helping us grow, TD. Man.
Who's TD?
TD Fins Talk.
Oh, okay.
DTD. Is TD in chat?
We have someone in our team that had COVID. Looks like he's better now, though.
Oh, is that what he had?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out for the last week, kind of abruptly.
Yeah, I had COVID too. I think the vaccine did help, but
Yeah.
I do notice that a lingering, like, I do have a little bit of a lingering cough, and then when I like laugh a lot, I can't really laugh the same like I used to. Like I start coughing and shit. It sucks because like that's my favorite thing to do is laugh, and like I start losing my breath and coughing and shit. And I never used to have that, but
You're just getting old.
it is what it is. I'd rather have that than monkeypox.
Oh man, are we allowed to call it monkeypox? Like I don't care.
I never even heard of it until this year. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I know. They're trying to make it a thing.
And it's prevalent in like one genre of people, and I'm like, it's just, I don't know, it's just strange. Like when I heard that, when I actually looked into it, I was like, oh, it doesn't make me feel bad because I was kind of nervous about taking like a flight. You know what I mean? Like I want to come visit Florida later this year, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go now if I'm at risk of catching shit like that. Like it's one thing to catch something that's like the flu, but that shit, I don't want nothing like that. But I think you have to like really be like in contact with someone, like touching them and shit like that. And they still require you to wear a mask and shit on airplanes, so I think it'd be fine.
Huh? We didn't have to the last one I was on.
Oh, for real? When?
I just went a couple months ago to Colorado.
Huh? Because I had to in March.
I was in.
And I mean, I went to Florida.
May we went. May is when we went. Yeah.
Interesting.
Or April.
Did
we're
you
going
wear
next
one?
week. What's
even
that?
Though you didn't have? Did you wear one even though you didn't have to?
No. I had it ready, but I didn't really, didn't feel uncomfortable.
I didn't know they.
I got the vaccine and I've also had it, so I'm fairly safe.
Yeah.
But I'll be going next week, so we'll see how it is,
Were you going to Colorado next week?
Yeah.
Dope. What do you got? Like, people out there?
No, just heading out there to chill out for a minute.
What, Denver?
Like right outside of there.
I've been to. I went through there on my way out to Oregon, and I drove through the Rockies. Like, dude, it was November 1st when I left Colorado. And so I was driving through the Rockies, and it was snowing, but it wasn't too bad yet. And man, it was just beautiful. Like it was so gorgeous. It was some of the most beautiful. Like it's like all these places are really beautiful. Well, when you could see them at different times of the year, you know what I mean? It's just like it's a whole different scenery. I mean, Colorado's dope. I don't know if I could live there. I don't know about landlocked states. Landlocked states are just hard to imagine living in.
It is. It is tough.
It's just like I don't know, man. I like water, even if it's cold as shit. But Colorado is cool. Colorado is cool. Denver's cool. It's a interesting city.
Yeah, and the cool thing is you can there's a whole bunch of places you can rent out in the mountains out there, where you could just all by yourself for a week in some nice house or something in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, TD Fins, who I forgot what you said.
Yeah, TD Fins talk. Yeah.
I hope that whole family gets through it. It affects everybody a little differently. Thanks for mentioning it. Anybody who's going through it, we're all in this together. That's why I got vaccinated. These people right here are nursing, are doctors, anyone in the medical field. That's why I got vaccinated. I did it for everybody else. I wasn't really too concerned for my health with getting COVID, but I got vaccinated because you get rid of it, you get over it faster and stuff like that, regardless of how you feel the vaccines. But I do my part to try to not spread it and stuff like that. And because there's a lot of, we still got people dying of it. I know I have my friend Brian's mom died. My friend Sam's dad died. I have a couple other friends whose mom died from COVID. What's crazy is when these people are going through that and they're in a hospital, you can't even visit them. You know, like, you can't even go visit them. So like to go through that and lose your family member and you can't even visit them, like that's got to be really hard, you know. And I really feel for people like that, and that's why I try to be responsible with my traveling and what I do, because there's so many people that get affected by this, and that's, you know, that's what we're all here for. So anyone going through this, anyone going through any illness, you know, like I make a lot of decisions for people like that because I want to, you know, I want to get through it. I want to work together. Thank you for everyone in the comments. We got a bunch of people out here in the comments tonight. Like, share, comment. Thank you for the support. Got all these new people in here tonight. Samuel, Kenna, John Featherland, Green Rat. What's up, everybody? Dolphin Don, Marty. Most of these people are new. I haven't seen on here before, so thank you, man. Miami Palkins, Chef Zhu. I've seen you before. John Santos, Lewis Jones. I don't know if they're still in here, but I mean, everyone commenting. FinsUp, go Gators, go Fins, go Miami. I got my 561 hat up there. Original 561 hat, new era. But thank you everyone that's in the comments. Tonight wasn't the most, I mean, I got some good topics, but we try to have a little bit something different with TMI. We try to bring in every type of conversation, every type of topic. And we love the comments. I love the vibes that I get from y'all. Ollie, don't be hating, Ollie. But what you got? What you got, Kohler? What's going on?
All right. So let's see here. First order of business, Manti Te'o reveals who inspired him to open up about catfishing. According to Madison Williams over at SI, former Notre Dame linebacker Manti Te'o has spoken out more about his infamous catfishing scandal that is the subject of a Netflix documentary titled Untold, The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist. The 31-year-old joined CBS Mornings this week and admitted how he was inspired to open up about his unique situation publicly. Back in 2017, the linebacker went to a Jay-Z concert with his Saints teammates. At the concert, the rapper told the audience, "You cannot heal what you don't reveal." Those words inspired Te'o to begin revealing his truth. So when he was approached by director Tony Vanuku in 2020 about the documentary series, Te'o saw the show as a passage to his healing. At the height of his career during his senior campaign, the linebacker announced in September 2012 that his grandmother and girlfriend, Lene Kekua, died within hours of each other. The story inspired the country and the Fighting Irish as he helped lead the team to a BCS national championship game appearance that season. But shortly after the season ended, an investigation by Deadspin revealed that Te'o's girlfriend did not exist. The pictures shared by the Notre Dame star were images of a 22-year-old woman who claimed to have never met Te'o. The report also detailed how the relationship was solely over Twitter and the two had never met in person. The catfishers were later revealed as Naya Tuia Sosopo and two other individuals. The story of what occurred will be detailed in the Netflix documentary series, which premiered Tuesday.
What? So it's premiering today. Today's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
What? We're gonna have to watch this, bro.
I know. Isn't there some stuff right there?
I mean,
so in Paradise, a fight broke out between the Patriots and the Panthers at joint practice. It appears tension got best of the Patriots and the Panthers on their first day of joint practice, according to Daniela Perez.
That's the best thing about joint practices, bro. They get scrappy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They get scrappy.
So a video surfaced showing New England and Carolina players getting into a fight on the practice field Tuesday in Foxborough. Players and personnel from both teams ran into the pile during the fight, and one player seems to have thrown punches. According to NBC Sports Boston's Phil Perry, the scuffle started when Patriots receiver Christian Wilkerson ran a route and ended up on the Panthers sideline. A Carolina coach reportedly shoved Wilkerson, and the receiver whipped his head back and said something. The fight ensued, and New England without
this.
What's that?
He whipped his head back like this. He go like that.
Like what?
Like you suck.
He whipped it back like blue magnolia or blue steel from that movie.
Oh yeah, blue steel.
yeah, he whipped it back like that.
So
Daddy.
So the fight ensued, and New England wideout Kendrick Bourne threw punches, per NBC Sports' Tom E. Curran. After the dust settled, Wilkerson, Bourne, and Carolina safety Kenny Robinson were kicked out of the practice.
What?
Yep. Another scuffle reportedly emerged moments after the initial melee, this time involving Patriots center James Ferentz and Carolina defensive tackle Phil Hoskins, per Rice. Both players were ejected from practice.
Are they going to be back practicing again?
I guess. I don't know, man. I guess that's what happens when y'all suck. You know?
That's what happens when you're as crappy as the Panthers are. So that's what happens.
So in Dolphins news, Alan Poupart over at SI at Fan Nation, All Dolphins Fan Nation, has put out his practice observations for today. Brandon Jones had 2 of 6 interceptions on a day when the Dolphins defense totally dominated practice. The Dolphins were back at practice Tuesday for the first time since their preseason opener, and the defense absolutely dominated a session that featured a lot of red zone and end of game situations.
Oh yeah, they got slaughtered today, the offense.
Yeah, the Dolphins had a few players sit out.
Tua had 3 interceptions today. Teddy Bridgewater, I think, had 2, and Skylar had 1. I mean, all you need to know about how the defense beat the offense is that Noah Igbenogany had a pick 6. That's it. That's the only information that needs to be said, because Noah is terrible.
So the Dolphins had a few players sit out, most notable being wide receiver Jalen Waddle. Waddle who was among the 21 players who didn't play against Tampa, watched practice and caught balls from the jugs machine after the session was over. Also on hand but not practicing were offensive tackle Kellen Deach, cornerback Kadar Kahu, safety Sheldrick Redwine, and fullback John Lovett. Tackle Greg Little and linebacker Brennan Scarlett were not spotted by the media. Good with fullback Alec Ingold, who no longer was wearing the red no-contact jersey. Wide receiver Trent Sherfield had the orange jersey for his performance in the last 2 joint practices with Tampa. Top performers. We have to start with safety Brandon Jones, who had 1 of the 6 interceptions recorded by the defense. His pick came against Tua Tagovailoa in a 2-minute drill on a deep pass down the middle. He also had a great coverage against Tyreek Hill on a Tua incompletion in the corner of the end zone. Sherfield certainly made himself a candidate for wearing the orange jersey 2 practices in a row. With another outstanding practice, caught 5 passes in team drills, 4 of them for touchdowns. The last of our 3 nods could go to any number of defensive players, among them Jalen Phillips, Noah, Elijah Hamilton, and Keon Crossan, but we'll go with cornerback Nick Needham. He had a good day in coverage, highlighted by a 2-play sequence where he broke up a deep pass intended for Tyreek Hill and followed up with an interception on a pass overthrown downfield. QB watch. Because it's training camp, we need to talk about the quarterback. Tua has been having a pretty good camp, but this was a rough day for him. By one official count, he completed 11 of 30 passes in team drills with 3 interceptions, 1 in the red zone and the other 2 in 2-minute situations that did include 2 spikes. His final passer rating for his day was 47.4. Tua did have 3 touchdown passes in red zone work, 1 each to Sherfield, Sanu, and Jasicki, but he was off target with several throws, even though maybe one of his interceptions could be excused because it was a desperation simulated situation. His best completion of the day was a 25-yard hookup to River Craycraft in front of Xavier Howard. Bridgewater was much sharper, and we have his final stats at 12 for 20, with 5 short touchdowns, 1 interception. Bridgewater had a couple nice throws downfield, including completions in traffic to Cedric Wilson and Preston Williams. After playing the whole game against Tampa, Skylar Thompson got very limited work in this practice. He took 1 turn at a red zone situation and did very well on the first by completing all 3 of his passes, including a 4-yard touchdown to Sherfield. But things didn't go nearly as well in the 2-minute drill as his 3 plays went: interception, sack, interception. Newcomers Mackenzie Alexander and Niles Scott both were at practice today, and Alexander was spotted in team drills late in the session. For those keeping score, Alexander is wearing 34 and Scott is wearing 70. Bowden had a light day. Preston had a light day. Both had a couple catches. Go ahead and get over to Fan Nation, SI, Alan Poupart. Finish reading the rest of that.
Alan Poupart, legend. Everybody should
about the defense.
Alan Poupart, if you see him, that he's the man, because he's been doing it for Sports Illustrated and representing this team forever. I love Alan. I can't wait to meet him face to face one day and buy him a beer. I like Alan. Alan, I don't know. I just like his whole deal. I don't know. Seems like one of the coolest dudes out there.
And so that's about all I have for Rapid Color tonight.
Oh, did you tell him about the Talib?
Oh yeah, I did tell. I can do that. We reported it as reported again last night.
Yeah, tell Tonk about that. That's
I'll go ahead and report it again.
You know who Aqib Talib is, right?
Yeah, he played on the Bucks
and the Dolphins. He didn't play with us, but he was on our roster before he retired.
Broncos. Aqib Talib, I think, is his most infamous. When they won the Super Bowl back in there, that's when he was killing it. So he's got a brother who looks a shit ton like him too, who just turned himself in for murder. And there was a youth football game in Texas, and there was some kind of altercation that happened, and he freaking, I don't know, there's a guy, and the guy went to go pick up a football, and the ball got kicked on the ground, and there was some arguing, and I don't know, the article wasn't clear on whether he had a gun on him at that point or if he went and got a gun, but he shot and killed that guy on the field in front of everybody, in front of the kids, everything, dude. Whoa. Straight up murked his ass, iced his ass right there in front of everybody. And this isn't okay, first of all, no one should be killed over football. Not even, playing it and get killed. That's not what football's about, obviously. And but this wasn't even a high school game or anything. It's a youth football fucking thing. Damn, they take that shit serious. I thought Florida take it serious. And I mean, okay, you're from Florida. You've heard of high school football games and gang activity and fights and shootings and stuff like that. Never someone iced on the field like this, bro. It's just insane. And a coach, getting killed by another coach, essentially. So I don't know. I do know that. I mean, listen, I've been a part of when I played Pop Warner in a youth league. We would play. They would do all-stars. At the end of the year, each team would pick a couple players from their team, and you would be on the all-star team, and then you would represent that place, and you would actually play against other all-star teams around the state. I got picked a couple times, and every time they had an all-star game, it was a fight because they would bring their refs with them, and their refs would literally cheat. They would cheat, and parents and people get pissed, and this is the shit that happens. So I'm sure it had something to do with that, bad call, something like that. But dude, straight icing someone on the field like that, that's fucked up. In front of these kids. I mean, this is youth football. That means 13 and under. These are kids. These are little kids.
I know. I mean, that's honestly, I don't know. I saw that article and I was almost considering talking about it, but it's just, I don't know. We weren't there. So I don't know. It's just
Well, he turned himself in,
yeah,
and like
people are so stupid,
bro.
Like to get to like, I don't know, man.
Mm.
Unless like I have concealed carry permits, and unless like I'm faced like someone, unless I'm about to get killed or something really bad is about to happen, I ain't gonna pull my gun out.
Certainly ain't over an argument.
And it's like it had to start over something very small, and it was probably a lot of disrespect. There's probably a lot of disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for someone to get that mad.
Bro, even then, man,
I don't know.
I mean, like
I don't
to fucking smoke his ass right there on the fucking field in front of people. You had to be. And that's why I always say, man, ain't nothing more dangerous than one man with a plan, bro. Because that guy made his fucking mind up.
He could have just walked away, like whatever was
or
going
fucking
on.
Beat his ass or fight anything other than shooting him dead.
I mean,
he shot him multiple times. You got the article, Killer?
Yeah.
Well, probably by the time he shot him one time, he was like, "Well, I might as well just kill him because."
Well, at that point, you might as well kill everybody. I mean, you might as well just go full crazy at that point.
No, he's probably getting less trouble from killing the guy versus just shooting him, and then like I don't know, like sometimes
you're going away forever. You're going away forever.
That's so stupid. People are.
It says, according to witnesses, Talib pulled out a gun and shot Hickman multiple times after a disagreement between the opposing coaching staff of two youth football teams over calls made by the officiating crew.
Told you, bro.
Led to a physical fight, police said.
I mean, because it's like, how much of it was self-defense? Like,
none. Can't be, bro. Not when there's a gun.
I mean, you
involved.
Are allowed like that. If you
no
have
way,
a concealed
bro.
carry,
that's what his lawyer is saying. That's what his
lawyer is saying. It says it led to a physical fight. And so, yeah, I mean, if somebody thought their life was in danger during that physical fight, they could argue self-defense.
I guess so.
And I'm not sticking up for. I'm just saying, like, that's probably what he's going to say. That's probably
just because you're fisticuffing with somebody doesn't mean you should expect to lose your life.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, it's like
so if it gets to a point where you feel like, hey,
all interpretation.
Okay, this guy got the upper hand on me. He taught me a lesson, but it's going far now, and I feel like I'm about to die. Then you can defend yourself. I mean,
I guess, bro. But like, take your.
Even if you started it, really, it's just a matter of look. If you're fist fighting, and that's what the kind of gentleman is agreement.
No, I know. It's like
we used these when we grew up. We lived to fight another day.
If he was so bad that he was scared for his life, like someone probably would have intervened. I mean, I don't know, like how.
I don't know. Maybe Buddy had a gun too.
So, but I mean, even back in the day, Capitan, when you threw down, you knew when to quit beating on the guy. Like he got enough. You know what I mean? If you got the upper hand.
I guess. I don't know. I've been jumped pretty good a couple times. They didn't stop beating on me before. So.
Well, they do eventually.
People just, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
No, I mean like in a fair fight, you know.
Yeah,
and you get up on the guy and you beat him down a couple times. You're gonna quit. You're gonna be like, I taught him a lesson. It's over. You know what I mean?
It was like when who was it? Was it the Giants? Was it the San Francisco Giants that the guy got killed? Didn't they like throw him off of the edge of the stadium? Like they were on the. I think they were on like the nosebleeds.
That sounds like a.
It was in baseball.
Somebody got chucked off the fucking edge of the stadium.
About that too,
well, it might have been. I know it was in California. I can't remember if it was a baseball team or a football team. Yeah, at the they threw the guy off, dude.
Damn. Must have been.
I remember. I think it was at one of the Dolphin games I went to. There was two guys fighting outside.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Fighting. I've fought a couple times outside and inside the stadium.
And then, it's like people
I'd be a liar if I said I didn't.
And then people just there's just always a lot of disrespect. Though that's like what it starts out as. It's just
spitting somebody's
face. Disrespect. It's just like people don't respect each other, and they think they can say whatever they want, do whatever they want because there's an audience. You know, like someone won't,
I ain't gonna put these hands on you in front of all these people.
Right, like they don't think it's gonna go as far as it's gonna go, but it's like you don't know somebody, so why are you trying them like that? Like, I don't know the story. That's like I'm glad you guys brought it because I don't know. It's just like show some more respect, shut the heck up, find a way to shut up.
I'm reading with FM too. I'm still blown away. They just fucking discarded dude over that.
Dude, they
just
did.
fucking
They
hurled buddy off the
threw
edge.
him off.
I mean, you
I
know,
mean, what the fuck, dude? I mean,
I remember
bro,
one time I was
they
at
call that
this bar.
savant.
I remember one time I was at this bar. It was called Sloppy Pelican, and these two dudes came there, and they worked for the same company. And so they had like an argument, and they went outside, and it was on the second floor. And so, like, I just all of a sudden I see like it was a taller guy and a shorter guy. The taller guy was taking the shorter guy and trying to throw him off of the edge. Like they worked together. I was watching this. Like I saw the guy trying to throw the guy off of the edge. I'm like, oh my God, dude. And like it's like they're in like the work van and shit that he like took off in the work van. I'm like, he just tried to kill that guy. He just tried to kill that guy, and then he took off.
Yeah, and come to find out, the argument was about whether Tommy the Train was the same as the little engine that could.
Yeah, it's some dumb shit usually.
It was like, I don't know, man. Just people.
Listen, that's why that's why when you do get into this confrontation, you fight for your life. You worry about the other shit later, bro.
Well,
I handle it all the way to the edge, bro.
I
gotta fight like I'm gonna die.
It's people. I mean, it's interpretation of the law. It's your rights as like it's I don't know. It's like the guy who shot the guy.
Get good at knocking.
Were they standing up? Were they standing up when it happened? Was he on the ground?
We have none of those details yet.
Did the fight happen and he went out?
There was no video,
or did he have the gun on him the whole time?
Yeah, and since there's no video, we're gonna have to wait till a trial to find out any of those details, man.
And the dude that got shot, is he like some fucking giant? Like if the dude's 6'7", 275, straight yoked, you know what I'm saying? Like you're like, okay, exactly. All right, like, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to put Buddy down. He's out of control. Like he's out of here smacking kids around. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's
again, you're right. I cast no stone.
Well, he does have some things going for him. He didn't flip to what you said earlier, Cap. He didn't flip out and shoot everybody. Yeah. He ain't on the run. He turned himself in. So maybe there is some kind of mitigating circumstances we don't know about. Again, there's no video. So all of these details, we're going to have to wait for a trial to hear all these details.
There was a lot of witnesses. So
it's all going to come out in this big ordeal. Watch. It's going to be on court TV and shit.
Be a fucking Netflix special before you know it, bro. Right next to that, right after Manny Teo and shit. So yeah, Brett Grimes.
I don't know where Nick came in with that, but for some reason I think it makes sense. I don't know. He just comes in with the Brent Grimes wife comment. I don't know.
She got into a fight with some fucking people in the stands before, if I recall correctly.
Wow.
Yeah. She used to argue with fans all the time. You know, her husband was he was a cornerback for us. His name was Brent Grimes.
Yeah,
and he
played for the Gators.
He played for Tampa. I don't know if he played for the Gators. He was damn good. He was pretty good corner in the NFL there for quite a while. He started out in Atlanta and then got injured in Atlanta. You know, I want to say they cut him and we signed him, and like that year he went to the Pro Bowl. And like when fucking Odell Beckham was making his one-armed catch, he made a better one, like straight up, like his one-arm interception. No, it was like he was vertical and bent back and grabbed it behind it. It was dope. But yeah.
Well, you're just gonna have to say it louder next time, Ollie.
Said what?
I don't know. He said something earlier.
What did you say earlier? You didn't say nothing, Ali. Be quiet. What do you hear?
You're hating tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that's all I got.
Freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's it. I got nothing else, boys.
Uh-oh.
What?
You're out.
It's like
man.
that video of the dude
we might have to shut down the network now, bro. If you're out,
Phoenix,
I don't know what to do now.
The Phoenix Suns fan, the guy who was punching the one dude, and then he goes, Suns in 4. Like he was like just punching the guy in the stomach, then he goes, "Suns in 4." Like,
Yeah, I remember seeing that shit.
he's just giving it to him, dude. And then he Suns in 4.
Ali's saying drop the link. Hold on. Go ahead and drop the link if you want.
I mean, if you don't come up with anything by tomorrow, Cap, I don't know how we're gonna continue shows.
I'm sorry.
Bro.
I thought this was America.
I got other stuff, Color. Don't worry. There you go. I dropped the link, Ali.
From all three of his, from all three, from his Twitch.
Who's this guy, Ali?
Yeah, this fucking guy. Where'd he go? There it is. I got it, Color.
God damn. So,
what were you trying to say, Ali? We couldn't hear you, man.
No, it's all right. You actually read out loud the comment right before mine, FM's comment. Mine was, I said, wasn't it Grimes' wife that got arrested outside the stadium for fighting? That's what I was saying. But that's it's no big deal. I don't care if you missed that. I did look up a picture of the guy that Talib's brother
smoked,
supposedly shot.
No,
allegedly.
He definitely shot him. He's dead.
Well, he shot him.
He
does look like a really big guy. I'm just
really?
saying the picture of him. He looks like he could kick someone's ass.
Oh, so he's yoked as fuck then.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you got this big ass dude who's about to beat your ass.
I don't know, man. I look at that. You need to wrap his ass up, choke him the fuck out. You got to shoot him.
I don't think he would have had the opportunity based on what I know his brother's build is versus the victim, to be honest.
I don't know. I mean, look.
Well, he did the right thing. He turned himself in, so we're going to find out.
I mean, I don't know. Well, like, who knows? Does this fucking guy that got shot have a history of violence? You know what I'm saying? Is he a type of dude that...
Is he a big bully? Is he a bully to everybody on the field?
Is he one of those guys that has a history of violence, and he,
It just said it had to be over
grabbing and
football,
throwing
though.
kids?
Do you understand?
Has the guy mentioned under the cuff in the past that he was going to hurt the guy? Like, I'm going to kill that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think there's more to the story. There has to be something else that we're
definitely is because
youth football, really?
Well, what I find odd is that he shot the dude and then turned himself in the next day. It's not like anyone didn't know who shot him. So, like, did they shoot him and then the incident was over? Did he flee? He
had to have left pretty quick because,
I know
someone called the cops. I'm surprised that the cops
got that.
already.
Bam, Cat Buddy, Dipset. Okay, but, like, there's all that time. They know who shot this person. There's no denying it. Why did it take till the next day for him to? How did he get to turn himself in at all? Like, how did it?
Maybe he didn't. Dude, like maybe he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. This is a story we'll have to watch.
This happened in Texas, right?
This did happen in Texas, so
they do have some
different.
Weird laws where that could be okay.
It's definitely gonna have like stand your ground, but that would have to be like in comparison to his car, but. I know Texas is crazy when it comes to gun laws.
Yeah. All I'm saying, if someone's beating the fuck out of me and I got no other choice, like I think my life is valuable.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna do it, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you gotta save your own life. We got that, but like I don't know, it's weird.
But like if I was in a situation where I had to do that, I wouldn't leave.
No, I would have done it and then called the cops, right?
I would call the cops. Be like, hey, you guys.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. You might want to leave and go get that last outside food real quick. You know what I'm saying?
No,
go to swing by Mickey D's and shit. It might be the last Mickey D's I get for a while.
Yes,
I don't know. I don't know what buddy's priority. Maybe he was
right now.
Man, holy fuck, I'm starving.
I want it medium rare, like my victim.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
Jeez, too early. Yeah, so there's definitely gonna be some interesting shit.
Punch.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me some Kool-Aid.
It's a red Kool-Aid. It's killed the Kool-Aid man.
Man, I don't know. We'll have to keep our ears on it.
I'm shoot the guy or have my face beat in.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think if people would just show more respect, stuff like this wouldn't happen.
I think just get better at fighting. You don't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just kick the guy in his balls. Like they never see that shit coming.
Whatever, or just fucking choke his ass out.
Did you guys? I may have missed it. Did you guys talk about the baseball?
Was dude all cauliflower eared and fucking just got a scar on his face? Looked like he'd been through some shit.
He looks like the mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Is he fucking one?
He looks like Kenny Florian.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like Kenny Florian. Yeah, looks like you can fucking beat your ass real good.
Did you guys talk about the baseball player that got suspended because of the cell phone?
This is freaking pathetic. How about the guys? Why can't the guy just can't be a fucking evil criminal for starters? Can't that happen in this fucking country? That the guy could just be a freaking cold-hearted killer?
Which guy?
Damn,
the guy that shot him? The guy that shot him?
Exactly. Why can't that be a part of the equation?
But here in the United States,
we were just waiting on you to come up and say it, man.
Crypto, but here in the United States, listen, you're innocent until proven guilty, bro. That's the system.
Hey,
Crypto knows all about that.
Akeem Talib's brother could literally be like, listen, I'm above the law. Don't you know who my brother is? I'll shoot you right here in front of all these people.
I mean, maybe that's what happened. That shit could have happened.
I just don't. This is the thing I want.
And to El Cap's point, how about just do it the old-fashioned way and stop taking a coward way out?
I've been saying that. To get your ass beat, bro. Big deal.
I ain't got
Put
no
on a pair of
knuckles,
gloves
man.
and freaking box it out.
I ain't got no knuckles.
No, exactly. Like, that's honestly why I didn't talk about it, because I don't know much about it. And there's just a lot of skepticism. It's just like, I don't.
The thing I'm wondering is, like, this is the one thing I want to know. Did he have the gun on him on the field, or did he leave and go get the gun? Because if there's an altercation
if he left and when he got the gun, that's definitely premeditated. That's first degree
he
by
leaves
definition.
the field and goes and gets the gun. Then damn, that's
first degree by definition.
That's right. You
but
left the situation and went and got a weapon and came back. Now you're a fucking killer.
Remember the guy that was at the movie theater? And he got in a fight with the dude and threw popcorn. The dude got popcorn thrown at him. He left and he came back in there and shot the guy.
What? For throwing popcorn at him? What a hoe.
It was in Florida. I think it was in Tampa.
No shit. I don't remember.
How iconic. This is a popcorn society. People behave like popcorn. They got popcorn feelings. So he goes and freaking go get a gun.
I mean, but like if it's an open field, they probably didn't have any restrictions for like a concealed carry. You know what I mean? Unless it was at like a school or something where you're not even allowed to have a concealed, like on.
I mean, look,
but this was probably at a place that allowed
Texas. You can like open carry and shit. Like their gun laws.
Well, you can open carry here in Washington too. Actually,
it's not as celebrated.
The Second Amendment allows for you to open carry.
Yeah, but even in those states where you have constitutional carry,
upon themselves that they don't.
Even in the states where you have constitutional carry, you still have to follow the regular rules. Like you can't bring it onto federal property and no gun zones and stuff like that.
Craig says a guy in his area ran over,
which means he probably went to his car and got it because they probably had rules saying you can't bring it on that property.
Yeah, so I mean,
to your point, that means he probably did had it in his car and went back and got it.
That's what I'm thinking, dude. Because if he left,
even though it's over carry state,
got the gun, then damn, that's.
But I mean, that's
because there may be a rule that they implemented at practice that you can't carry your weapons at practice.
Right.
So, like, if you just got your ass beat and you left and came back, you're a coward ass little bitch.
Yeah, dude. Like if you lose the fight.
Well, Tonk, that's what I've been saying. That's the definition of cowardice.
No, it's 100%.
Yeah, he's a hoe, bro.
Like, you left and then came back.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna come back.
That's like you throw popcorn on me, I shoot you bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro.
Well, I mean, that guy left and then came back and shot the dude.
That's why I always say nothing more dangerous than one man with a plan, bro. That's it. Because that guy alone in your head say, oh, that's it.
Well, apparently to the shooter, the guy with the popcorn is dangerous.
Well, I mean,
maybe he's allergic.
Fucking get a kernel in your eye, might fucking lose my eyesight, dude. Don't throw no kernels at me.
Right? It might be anthrax popcorn.
Yeah,
based on that,
anthrax popcorn, man, that better not come out. I'll be in trouble.
Anthrax popcorn.
What's up, Mr. Paul?
What's
happening?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah,
Mr. Polk. Mr. Polk.
I'm looking at the the thing that about Talib's brother, it said it says that Aqeed started it.
So
I'm looking at the article right now.
So you're saying the grief?
Well, no, Aqeed is his name. It's Aqeed Talib.
Oh, I thought you said a grief started it. I'm like, who was griefing?
No.
Yeah, so
I thought he said Aqeed started it.
Right.
I heard that
I
too.
thought he said grief.
I mean, if you got a bunch of chicks walking around queefing, man, that's starting fight.
Wow.
Some queef started that shit.
I thought he said a grief. I'm like,
Color, that'd be a
grieving?
great meme for right.
Well, somebody's grieving right now. But yeah.
So,
y'all need to stop, man.
So Aqeed Talib's brother did start the altercation. Then is what
right,
you're saying.
Right.
But he gonna go to prison
forever.
Really, I mean, I'm pretty sure they kill people.
Lost his freedom for some
you get the fucking death penalty.
You get the fucking death penalty.
He probably went straight to his lawyer. That's probably what he did.
That's
exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Right, because it's saying it's about it's about a bad decision that a referee made.
Was it the referee that got shot?
Disrespect, man. Just people.
The referee?
No, they say he ran across the field to the other side over to our sideline and got in the referee's face. It said started a brawl. He was upset about the referees. He threw the first punch and keeps jumping to all these commercials.
It's got like 10,000 commercials because you want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I know that. Like you skip down, you go to read it, and then like a bunch of pop-ups come up. I know it's fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, you ain't kidding about that.
It's just a shame that people just have some respect, like people make mistakes. Referees make mistakes. I mean, look what level that he's refereeing. You think he's the best referee? He's refereeing children. He's not the best referee. Maybe he makes some mistakes. Like it happens.
This is what John says. He's paraphrases. Dude had a gun on him. He told the guy killed to shut the fuck up, punk, and shoved him. The coach grabbed a yard marker and swung it at him. Then he pulled a gun and shot him.
I mean, we're not wrong. We haven't read anything, so I don't want to be called
no,
wrong.
He's not saying we're wrong. Oh, I guess it's whatever.
We're just talking.
Yeah,
we're not
I don't
saying
know.
anything happened.
I'm not a juror, so I ain't got to be right.
But I mean, we'll see. All right, so if someone's swinging a piece of something metal at me, well then.
Was it a fucking one of them long yard markers and shit? Was he trying to
might be looking at one of those? Hey, we might be looking at one of those letter of the law cases. Like technically, the guy was swinging something at him. You could say, "Hey, look, the burden of proof is on the prosecutor to prove that man did not feel his life was in danger." That is almost impossible to prove, especially if somebody's swinging something at you.
That's what I said earlier. It's
and then it's in Texas too. So like your gun laws, they don't even want to fucking fuck with some shit that could hurt the gun laws in Texas. So who knows?
He might. Same in Florida too.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's a fact. They don't like if a gun's used and somebody loses their life. They don't want to infringe on that Second Amendment. So like
they don't want to do it for the entire country.
I mean, I don't think they should, but I mean, there should be some deference to this shit. Like, you can't be. Why has Buddy got a fucking loaded gun on him on the field anyhow? That's the fucking problem.
They actually had a short video of it. It's a guy using one of those the down pole, the pole that had with the down. Yeah, they show a guy using that and swing. And
is he swinging it and shit?
So
we're not talking about a foam pylon. We're talking about the yard marker, like the first down marker.
Bro, I'll fucking bitch up with a yard marker, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll fucking the thing is, head off of one of them bitches.
If you have
it's basically a metal pole.
If you're concealed carry, you got to keep yourself away from situations where you shouldn't be actively getting into arguments and being willing to get into a situation like that. Like when I carry mine, I'm a lot more calm than I am when I'm not carrying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy was swing the pole, then he dropped it and he started trying to use his fist because The guy was trying to pull him
now.
on the
Okay, so all this happened. Did he tell him step back or I'll shoot you? Because if you do that and he still come at you, that's it. You a dead motherfucker now, bro.
You're good.
I tell you stop or you get shot, and now you's a dead motherfucker. That's how that shit goes. So I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, because look like after let me see, the guy swung on with the pole, then he dropped it, and then he started using his fist, and then looked like they showed the other guy pulling out his gun and shooting at him.
Oh, so it was during the confrontation then. So yeah, he probably ain't gonna get no trouble then.
It sounds like he there is video and picture footage or something.
It may not even go to court. They might drop charges. They might not even charge him.
No bullshit, bro. If this guy's swinging around a weapon and then there was a physical entanglement and then he got shot, he's probably all right. But that now I don't know. Did he? It said Aqib Talib's brother went across the
prosecutor
field.
would take this.
They may charge him with leaving the scene of a crime or something, but
yeah.
Okay, and here's another element nobody's looking at. How young were the people that was witnesses?
There's freaking 13-year-olds who have been talking about.
I'm sure there was some other family members there. I'm sure there was some wives there and whatnot.
Right, and each and every one of them, each and one of the parents of those young children could go make a claim and say that this person put my child life in danger.
But Crypto, all they can testify to is that they themselves would not have felt in danger. That is irrelevant to what the gentleman
they put their child in danger.
But
bringing a weapon on the field.
Hold on.
He's not gonna. He's not gonna.
Of the firearm. Go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
He's not gonna he's not liable for the unsafe environment. Maybe they can class action sue the facility.
That's what I'm talking about. They put their children's life in danger. They can go come after him with a suit.
The place put
maybe with a civil suit for endangerment.
Yeah, you can. There maybe.
Every 13 of them, all the people that was in there can say my child was in danger.
That's true. Hey, did he have possession of the firearm beforehand, before the incident happened, or?
I'm guessing it was on him because it was
because if he went back to go get the firearm and then
Crypto, he'll also just argue. His attorneys will argue though that the guy that swung the yard marker is who caused the danger.
Right. No, because that wasn't a projectile weapon. Most likely that
what I'm saying is they'll assign a percentage of negligence, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying, the guy with the highest powered weapon will be able to be charged.
No, that's not how it works.
Not in civil court. You're talking about a liability. You're talking about a negligence suit or
you're talking about negligence. You're
not talking about a criminal
facility
suit.
would
they
be
would
liable.
Literally assign percentages of who is more responsible for the whole ordeal starting.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying is because the guy with the pole, it's not a projectile weapon.
No, but nothing happens if that guy doesn't swing a pole at the guy. Is what could be argued.
But it don't matter. But the guy who has the higher responsibility.
It's a valid argument in the court of law. Of course,
I'll tell you where the argument starts.
Don't because
it's
going to simply
no matter how many times you say it, it does.
Here's where the argument matters.
No, it don't because
the guy that
if I felt my child's life was in danger due to a gun versus a pole, I get to make that choice.
You still have to argue that in court, and you don't get to make the choice of the judge.
No one said that. That's obvious. But the point is, I can still make the claim.
Bro. Why you always got to make it about yourself, dude?
The point is, I can still make the claim.
No, your claim's wrong.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I would say the better argument
because he brought a weapon on a freaking kid's football field, and I'm going to make that fucking claim.
I mean, you can make that claim, but it's a concealed thing.
That's reckless endangerment of my child's life.
I don't know. What if the guy? I mean, you could also
claim that's reckless endangerment of my child's life.
Probably get him reckless. I wouldn't say reckless endangerment. You can get maybe
you know damn well that an inanimate object being in a location is not reckless endangerment.
It is.
How about picking up a pole and swinging it at
somebody? That's a moral argument.
Yeah.
How about he accidentally hits your kid while he's swinging it at the guy? How about the pole accidentally hits your kid?
Yeah, where's my reckless
endangerment? That's my point. It's the gun that was fired that killed somebody.
Yeah, but
I
if
understand
the
his
pole
point of view, but
Somebody
the
still
other
has
part
to
of it
pull
is
the
in
damn
Texas,
thing
they
out.
don't care
the
over
pole
that.
It's
didn't
like
kill
somebody had to
nobody.
pick up the pole and swing it.
The pole didn't kill nobody.
Well,
No,
no,
but it
pole
could
killed
have. It
somebody.
endangered your kid. How
No, it
come you ain't
didn't.
making that claim?
I don't feel that way because it didn't. The gun
Well,
endangered
then
it.
there you
now
go.
it's about
There you
feelings.
go. You're
The
picking
gun endangered my kid more than the fucking pole did.
The gun never came out until the pole started getting swung.
That's irrelevant. So what? He had the responsibility not to bring the gun out.
So I want to say
He
something.
had the fucking responsibility.
So I want to say something. So I have a concealed carry permit, and I carry places that I'm allowed to carry. Would you consider me or what I'm doing as a reckless endangerment if nothing happens and nothing happens? Nobody even knows I was carrying.
Yeah, everybody that's got a
Well,
couple of
you didn't bring it. You didn't go out witnessing and start firing it away. Did you fire it? Did you put it out and start shooting it?
No,
No, if you ain't what you call it.
Well,
it's different.
Everybody in a restaurant has a potential to use their steak knife to do something wrong with it. So everybody is
steak knives
recklessly
ain't used to
endangering
kill
your
people.
kid. You walk into a steakhouse.
That ain't the purpose of a fucking steak knife.
Well, it ain't the purpose of a gun either.
It wasn't the purpose of
it was the purpose of that one. The result happened.
Well, there you go. There you go. Of that one. Just like that steak knife that gets used that way.
Well, how many steak knives get killed, be used in a situation that you're talking about?
Ask the British.
I don't give a shit about the British.
I know what you mean.
I don't give a shit about the British.
I know what you mean too.
What, because Jack the Ripper?
No, because they don't have guns over there. They're
they use cleavers, dude. They use cleavers.
Dude, I went to Canada. Dude, last time I was
I don't give a shit about them. Maybe they should use fucking katanas and freaking and swords.
In Canada, you're not allowed to use anything as a weapon, even if it's self-defense. I was like, yo, what if like someone tries to hurt me when I'm here? Can I use something? He's like, no, there's no weapons. You're not allowed to use any weapons.
Learn how to learn how to fight. Go bare knuckle style.
Yeah, but the problem is,
okay.
It's kind of like if a guy shows up to a fight.
So
with a
only
bat,
if you're big and strong like Crypto do you get a First Amendment right, everybody. Just so you know.
Yeah, you ain't got to be big and strong like me.
No, you just got to be able to protect your goddamn self. That's right.
That's right, because I never relied on it.
Yeah, Captain,
that's a Cocker Spaniel.
Let's all bow to your infancy, man.
Okay.
You're the greatest. You might as well be God.
Okay, maybe I am.
No, you're not, Crypto.
Hey, is that like
I go down the rabbit hole? Maybe I am. Everybody's a god.
Well, good for you. God is dead.
Okay, well, congratulations. You just anointed me as God.
Yeah. He's a little Georgia redneck boy. I've got
your dog.
Yeah, he is a Springer Spaniel, but I got him in Georgia.
Oh, a Springer Spaniel. It's a beautiful dog, man. I got me a.
He's a doofus.
I got me a German short hair pointer and a Chihuahua mix.
I have a half Doberman, half German Shepherd.
Yeah, he's a big doofus. This one.
Yeah, my neighbor had a Cocker Spaniel, but like the regular, like the blonde ones, like
the little ones.
Yeah,
he's still growing.
Yeah, I love that one. My neighbor had another neighbor had the exact one.
That's what I want to get next. I want to get a Frenchie. They're so funny.
I have a friend that breeds Frenchies, man.
Did you guys mention the baseball player that got suspended with a cell phone?
Yeah, I want one, dude. Give me one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I want one. I love Frenchies. They're hilarious, dude.
But what, having a cell phone
it's just
like
super expensive,
during the
man.
game?
Yeah, he freaking slid into third base and his cell phone fell out of his pocket.
I seen that.
The umpires caught him. Well, they ended up suspending the guy for it.
Well, you're not allowed to. But what is he doing? Like,
how is that going to be an edge?
Better than that.
Well,
yeah, but I got
technically, somebody could have been watching from like a screen or something to figure out what the calls were. If they could figure that out, and it's vibrating, how many vibrates on his phone, he knows if it's a curveball or not.
Well,
that
regardless
could be
if
used.
He's trying to cheat or not, you're not allowed to have your phone like that, regardless.
Exactly, DP.
I think he actually forgot it was even in his pocket. Personally,
no, I think he's sitting
he found
there.
somebody that loves guns that agrees with him.
You know what's
Jump all over him,
pants.
Crypto.
I don't know. I
He's your
never played
champion,
baseball,
buddy.
bro. I have no idea.
Exactly.
First of all, actually, you're still wrong.
because to your point,
in your mind,
wait,
So
to your
tell him he's
point,
dead wrong.
how come the big, mean, ugly, how come the big, mean, nasty guy who decided to pick up a freaking pole and start swinging it,
Oh, we're
how come he
arguing.
yeah,
couldn't use his
who
bare
says he's
knuckles?
big, mean, and
How
nasty?
come he couldn't
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
They killed somebody
were
with
his
a big,
bare
mean, and
knuckles?
nasty
Where
one.
were his bare
He's
knuckles?
a nasty one.
Where were his bare knuckles, big boy?
He's
Where were his
that
big
one.
knuckles?
Because maybe he felt like he was at a
Let's all
disadvantage.
excuse the guy picking up a pole.
Yeah,
Where were his
okay.
big bare knuckles,
Okay,
huh?
it applies to both of them. So what? At least I'm consistent.
Yeah,
it applies to both of them.
That's the point.
It take our lives. But who's the one that's dead? The person that freaking got the gun, not the one with the pole.
The guy that was smart, the guy that was dumb enough to bring a pole to attack
To a
somebody.
gunfight.
Might have a gun.
No, he brought a gun to a pole fight.
Maybe
That was the other way around.
How about that?
He didn't want
It
to
was
play
the other
pole.
way around.
1,000 nations of the Persian Empire descend
It was the other way
Yeah,
around.
it's the other way around. I should fight a gun with a pole. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay.
I should fight a freaking
buddy.
pole with a
Sure,
gun.
buddy.
He was
You
a
don't live
fucking
in that
coward.
fantasy world.
Yeah, he
where
was
your
a
bare
goddamn
knuckles will
coward.
Stop bullets, bro.
Yeah, the
You
point
don't
is
live in
he's a
that
fucking
fantasy world.
coward. He's a fucking coward.
Yeah.
You yelled rape at the top of your
Yeah, he's a
and
fucking coward.
we argued for somebody that has your position.
Yeah, he's a fucking coward.
Yeah, that's right.
And at one point,
And that's the point. He's the fucking evil one.
Go ahead,
You guys
let it
started
all
out trying to
Crypto.
justify the
Let
guy
it
that
all
did the
out,
shooting
Crypto.
and started
Let
saying
it all know how you really
that the guy has a fucking cold, evil heart. And that couldn't be the freaking reason.
Let us all know how you really feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know how I really fucking back in.
It's just disrespect.
I ain't backing down from nobody.
Hey, Tonk7, what you?
It doesn't matter what you think.
Guess what?
Damn right, it don't matter.
There ain't nobody to back down from. You're standing there like a moron saying, I ain't backing down from nobody, and there's literally nobody around you.
What the fuck does that got to do with the price of beer in Germany?
On our computer.
You don't know who the fuck is around me.
Am I right, bitches?
The fuck does that got to do with the price of beer in Germany?
Why does the crypto get muted?
I have no fucking clue, bro.
I don't.
I don't know.
He's like still talking.
No,
it's a clever way to sound smart.
He's quickly.
No, it's not a clever way. I don't give a damn what you think of what sounds smart or not.
You want to play rough? Okay.
I give two flips and a fucking fart.
To my little friend.
Here's that part
we
that
need to keep that clip where it shows Tom
gives.
and Crypto's like give 2 fucks.
You want to play rough? Okay.
You want to play rough? Okay. Say hello to my little friend.
Hey, wasn't that a long?
What the fucking hell?
That's Crypto
Hey,
shooting the mute button.
Wasn't that a long movie? That movie was about 3 or 4 hours long, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
2.5, I think, right?
What, Scarface?
It's like it's almost 3 hours. It's like almost 2 hours and 50 minutes.
2.5.
The world is yours, Chico.
You know what? I bet you the guy that had the pole wish he had a fucking gun on him.
Now, what y'all saying about a baseball player with a cell phone in his pocket?
Yeah, there was a baseball player in a major league game. He slid into third base and a cell phone flew out of his pocket. The umpire pointed it out at him and kind of like, you dropped your phone. They ended up suspending him because of it.
It's like he doesn't even have a case on the phone either.
I don't know why he had it, to be honest.
Like,
I know.
FM goes, it's crypto.
He's only been suspended one game and fined an undisclosed disclosed
Even
amount.
if the motherfucker would have had a gun, it's about the person who has the fastest trigger. So he still could have been fucking dead.
Bro, you could sit there.
Give me the bushes. Yeah.
Goddamn right, I'm gonna sit here.
You can sit there and act all angry and throw the F word out all you want.
Yeah, because I'm not changing for you.
Okay,
I don't
good.
kowtow
I'm
to
not
your
asking
fucking
you to
standards.
change. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit about your fucking standards, color.
You act like people actually give a
so
shit.
Fucking what? Big deal. I've been using it. I've been cursing like a sailor because I am one and I used to be one.
Good.
I don't
Go
give
be
a
it
shit about
somewhere
you.
else, bro.
You ain't gonna
Go
stop
be
me
it
from
somewhere
talking the
else,
way
bro.
I talk. About you or whatever you stand for.
Go be it somewhere else. Nobody cares who you care about.
So fucking what?
Bro, you're a sick person, bro. Serious.
Yo, you a fucking sick person.
I immediately regret this decision.
You are.
Bro, you're seriously gonna let this continue, man?
Are you gonna let it continue?
Again, a third time?
Are you gonna let it continue? Are you?
Oh.
I ain't talking to you, Crypto. I'm done talking to you.
Good. Congratulations.
Right, so shut your fucking mouth.
You shut your fucking mouth. Come make me shut it.
1,000 nations.
Come here and shut it for me, then.
You guys are fighting like stepbrothers. You guys realize that, right?
For me, then.
Dude, I'm out of here, man. I'm not gonna stand here and listen to this fucking child, dude.
Yeah. You.
Goodbye. Here's what an adult does, Crypto.
Yeah, goodbye.
You yelled rape at the top of your lungs.
Mom, I honestly thought I was going to be raped for a second. He had the craziest look in his eyes, and at one point he said, "Let's get it on."
Man.
Well. So
And
yeah, there was
lighter
also
news-
a dude that was thrown out of a stadium, according to Brent. So I guess the guy just got straight
So
shot
hold
off the top.
on. So that would be
I bet you he
spectator
wish he had a gun.
killed at game. What? It was in California.
Yeah, looking up spectator killed that game, you're probably gonna get a lot. It's fucking tons.
It's like this giant list.
Yeah, it's yeah.
If you want to find it, type in Aqib Khalid.
No, he's looking for when a dude got thrown out of the top of the freaking upper deck of a stadium.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was the Giants.
Tonk, I want to say that I remember hearing this, and I want to say it was in Jacksonville. That sounds like some Jayville shit to me. It's like, this guy sucks. Let's get him out of here. Yeah, just throw him over.
It was either Jacksonville or San Francisco. Like it sounds like a 49er game.
No, hold on. Dodgers fan fatally stabbed in fight with Giants.
Oh Jesus, bro.
Okay, they stab and kill him and then throw his dead body over? I mean,
nobody will know.
Oh, let's get rid of him quick. They're like, yeah, he did. He fell on a knife from the top.
He stabbed himself in the back and threw himself over the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy was crazy. Said he didn't want to live no more. He said he was tired of watching us lose.
Maybe. I guess.
Man, I wish Color was still here arguing with Crypto.
Crypto, where do you live at? You live in Florida?
Who?
Crypto.
No, Crypto, you live in the Maryland area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Baltimore.
Baltimore?
No, outside of DC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you live more closer to DC. Oh, okay. I thought it was Baltimore.
I've been around that area. I've been to
35
DC.
minutes from Baltimore. 40 minutes.
Hey, weren't we interested in the guy that the 49ers released today?
Really close.
5 minutes from DC.
Who's that?
Who'd they release?
They released Robert, and I apologize if I can't pronounce his last name, Kindinche.
For who?
He sounds like that name looks so familiar, like we were interested in him at some point.
Robert Kindinche?
He's a defensive lineman.
Oh, that guy George Pickens from Georgia. He's a monster.
Dude, Washington D.C. is crazy.
Yeah,
it's like you're just like walking around, and then there's like FBI agents and SUVs. Like it's like da 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 da, and there like goes by an SUV like with FBI. Dude, I actually when I was there, I went into this building. I just walked into a building. I was just trying to go everywhere I could, and I ended up going like down this like stairwell, and I got stopped by this dude. He like opened his vest. He had like a gun and a badge, and he's like, "You better get out of here." I'm like, "Oh!" I was like, "Oh, I'm lost." I was like, "Oh, all right."
What the fuck,
dude? DC's crazy, dude. Like you, like, and like after that,
some spy was meeting some other spy down some
like because there's
alleyway.
cops everywhere too. There's cops like everywhere, and they were all staring at me when I was walking around because they probably reported like the guy looking like me, like with my clothes and shit.
You're probably a foreign spy or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Did you walk around like this?
Yeah.
In your ear, like you're talking.
What is it called?
You probably
over there, over on the other corner.
What is it called? Where you're a terrorist, like, but you were raised at the place where you end up like terrorizing, homegrown.
Just walk around, fuck with everybody. Oh man, I can't be around. I'd be in trouble.
That's the same thing. If you go try to visit Area 51, there's a boundary around there, and if you start getting too close, they start watching you big time.
Yeah, they did. Like they were grilling me and everything.
See, I'll start fucking with people.
I didn't care. I mean, I knew like there was only so much trouble I was going to allow myself to get in, but I just wanted to see how far I could go and go.
I don't know. My dad's invented a pretty funny game, and like so you can apply this game in a lot of ways. Like you got like a big case of beer, and then you just start taking off running, like you're running out the door, and then you turn right before you get to the door, and you go up to the counter. So I probably play that game a little bit. Take off running, then y'all start chasing me, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, I can't help myself, man.
That's definitely a young man's sport.
Oh yeah, I'm about it. Yeah, Tonk, you were getting
shit.
profiled.
Yeah, I was.
They're like white guy.
Because like after I did it, like every cop that I'd walk by, they were staring at me.
Yeah, they probably could tell.
I mean, they probably get a lot of people that do shit like that go into the because all the buildings are open. They're all unlocked because there's like they're all federal buildings, and there's people working all day.
Right.
So you're just walking around, opening, checking doors. Is that what you're doing? This door's unlocked. All right. This door's unlocked. All right. Cool. You're trying to go by car, picking the handle real quick. Check.
It was crazy. I mean, like. You can only get in so much trouble doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I like to test the waters.
I hear you. I know what time it is.
Don't do that at Area 51 because if you cross that line, you're in the world of trouble.
Yeah.
I want my man trouble.
No, I didn't like these were like open, but like
this isn't where I park my car.
Yeah, I'm not trying to climb any fences or nothing like that.
I thought this is where I park my car, man. Why don't you give me a lift inside? I'm thirsty as hell.
Oh, that's where I park my car.
Oh shit, yeah, I got lost.
But yeah, man. DC's crazy. It's an interesting city.
Yeah, I keep it. You guys keep it. I don't really care. It sounds like there's a lot of shit happening around there that I can't do nothing about, so I don't give a fuck.
They said one of the worst neighborhoods in the country is right down the street from the White House.
Of course it is. That's how it works. It's like anything. You want go to where the rich neighborhood is, right across the street's the most poorest shit. It's just how
it's like real close to downtown.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Like NFL
downtown Orlando, same thing. Like you're downtown.
It's kind of like NFL stadium.
Yeah,
you're downtown Orlando, and then you go 2 blocks over, and you're like in a third world country. Like, what the fuck?
It's designed to be that way.
Of course, it's designed to be that way.
Yeah, Miami used to be that way, but they've cleaned up and improved a lot of the areas around there, like uptown.
They just run out of room, bro. They just run out of room.
All right, I got to head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut her down, guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do a show tomorrow because there's a lot of news gonna be coming out. So we're gonna go ahead and shut it down, guys. Appreciate everybody fucking hopping in on here.
A lot of cuts going on tomorrow or something.
No, but we should be getting a lot of stuff. The Dolphins already cut a couple guys, so I don't think we're gonna see.
Dwayne Dedman.
No cut. They already have.
I think they only got like 2 more cuts to make. So, but all right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and FinsUp, everybody. Thanks. Make sure to hit the like button, everyone.
FinsUp, man.